Yeah, y'all know what it is. Orange and blue, straight to the top. Morgan State, Bear Pride. Let's go, 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 let's go.
That's another throwing orange wave deep, crowd loud like thunder. When the bear's in the zone, better take cover. Run it up, run it up. Scoreboard, turn it up, let's go. We grind, we shine, whole crowd, go wild. MSU, yeah, we bear style. We hustle in the sun, we fight in the rain. Blood, sweat, respect, all in the game. From the locker room talks to the tunnel lights. We ready for the battle on them Saturday nights. Every touchdown dance, every stand we make. That's Bear Pride, baby, no breaks. Let's go! Team Bears, team run it up. Team Bears, team love it up. Team Bears, team love it up. Let's go! Bear Pride, run it up, run it up. Scoreboard, turn it up, turn it up. We grind, we shine, whole crowd, go wild. MSU, yeah, we bear style. Bear Pride, run it up, run it up. Scoreboard, turn it up, turn it up. We grind, we shine, whole crowd, go wild. MSU, yeah, we bear style.
This is our house, our season. Morgan State, run it up. Run it up. Yeah, y'all know what it is. Orange and blue, straight to the top. Morgan State, Bear Pride. Let's go, 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 let's go. Yeah, y'all know what it is. Orange and blue, straight to the top. Morgan State, Bear Pride. Let's go, 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 let's go.
That's another throwing orange wave deep, crowd loud like thunder. When the bear's in the zone, better take cover. Run it up, run it up. Scoreboard, turn it up, let's go. We grind, we shine, whole crowd, go wild. MSU, yeah, we bear style. We hustle in the sun, we fight in the rain. Blood, sweat, respect, all in the game. From the locker room talks to the tunnel lights. We ready for the battle on them Saturday nights. Every touchdown dance, every stand we make. That's Bear Pride, baby, no breaks. Let's go! Team Bears, team run it up. Team Bears, team love it up. Team Bears, team love it up. Let's go! Bear Pride, run it up, run it up. Scoreboard, turn it up, turn it up. We grind, we shine, whole crowd, go wild. MSU, yeah, we best style. Bear Pride, run it up, run it up. Scoreboard, turn it up, turn it up. We grind, we shine, whole crowd, go wild. MSU, yeah, we best style. This is our house, our season. Morgan State, run it up. Run it up.
Yeah, y'all know what it is. Orange and blue, straight to the top. Morgan State, Bear Pride.
Let's go.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the 5th annual virtual telethon presented by the Grizzly Booster Club. We are happy to be here tonight on behalf of Morgan State Athletics, as well as our student athletes. I'm your host for the evening. It's going to be a long night. I am Glenny Moore of the Grizzly Booster Club, and I'm excited to get things started. We always want to set the tone with prayer. I'm waiting. Let me see. Yeah, I got to have my prayer partner here. Come on now.
Good evening,
How you doing,
man.
my
How you
brother?
feeling, Glenny? I'm well. How you feeling, man?
Hey, look, I wouldn't want to do anything like this unless I lift it up first. So I wanted to call on you just to give us a prayer to get this telethon started. Certainly, we want to raise money and urge for donation, but we want awareness. We want fanfare. And so many things connected to this, and we just want to put it in his hands. So we have Marvin Cornish here who's going to lift us up in prayer, and then we're going to get this telethon started. After prayer, I'm going to play that theme song again, allow people to start coming in, and then, we're going to get started. How you doing, brother?
Man, I can't complain. We're starting off the year successfully. We got a great freshman class that's coming in. They're excited. It's nice coming back, man, after seeing last year's freshmen now come in as sophomores and see whether they had, a fixed mindset or whether they had a growth mindset. And I'm happy to report I've seen nothing but a growth mindset thus far. So I'm really excited about what our teams and our student athletes are going to do this year.
Well, you're someone that's on the field. I mean, you see these kids every day walking by you. Some of them have good reports. Some of them have bad reports. Some of them have family issues. Some of them, just have issues overall, man. And you're able to address that, with our not only our student athletes, but students overall. And I know you're the right man for the job. Is there anything before we start this prayer, anything that you want to share on behalf of athletics or anything else that you want to plug or just urge donorship for this night?
Biggest thing that I would say is I would ask that as a community, be it alumni, former student athletes, new to the neighborhood, that surrounds Morgan State. You know, come and see what we're doing on campus. You know, when I first came aboard, I'm going into my 4th year. The thing that stood out to me was President Wilson said that there will be a crane on campus for the next 10 years straight. Mm-hmm. And I've seen nothing but construction the whole time that I've been here. So as we construct the facilities, we're also, you know, building better students. We're building better leaders for the future. We're pouring into our staff, into our faculty. And Morgan is, you know, I can never say Morgan's on the rise because we've been on the rise. But I really feel like this is the year that Morgan State is going to set the table, not only academically, but athletically as well. So just looking forward to everyone stepping foot on campus, be it your first time or your 125th time. You know, come on campus, see what we're about, get involved, and support us.
Amen. So won't you lead us off in prayer, man, so we can get this started?
Absolutely. Heavenly Father, we come before you tonight with grateful hearts for this opportunity to gather in support of our student athletes and our athletic programs. We thank you for the vision and leadership of our university president, Dr. Wilson, the dedication of our athletics director and organizations such as the Grizzly Boosters, the guidance of our coaches, and the tireless efforts of our athletic staff. Lord, we especially lift up our student athletes. May they continue to grow not only in their sports, but also in their character, their discipline, and their wisdom and their integrity. We ask your blessing over this telethon. May it be a success. May it bring unity amongst our community, embolden our alumni and former student athletes to get involved, and may every gift given tonight be a seed that helps our student athletes reach their highest potential. Keep us mindful that all we achieve is definitely through you. We ask for successful, healthy seasons, and these things we ask in your holy name as we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. I appreciate it, brother, and taking the time out and doing that for us to set the tone for the 5th annual virtual telethon. So I'll see you, man, on the yard, man. I'll see you at that Towson game, man.
Yes, sir. Glenny, thanks for all you do, brother.
Let's do it. All right. Man, we're not going to go to no theme song. We'll play that again later. We're going to go right to one of the founding fathers. I want to hear from him. My brother, James Willoughby. You on mute. You on mute. You on mute.
How's everything, brother?
I'm better now, and I got you here, man.
Hey, I've been looking forward. I've been waiting on this day. You know, that's big for me. Because, you know, I bleed that blue and orange, baby. Blue and orange. You see what it said? See that orange and that little blue there? Morgan Booster
right.
Grizzly Club. Morgan Grizzly.
Listen, hey. What's funny, the reason that we're here is because of you. You are one of the founding fathers. This is James Willoughby. Man, just share just your thoughts. How many years ago this started? I know we said it before, but there's a lot of new viewers and listeners. Just to share real quick how it all started.
Well, it was the founding members. It was me, James Willoughby, Craig Spencer, Hans Ramsey, and James Wills. We had a dream. We wanted to help athletics out and raise money for them. I remember when we started years ago, we started with a thing called 11 Strong. 11 Strong. We had fish fries, drinks, and everything. All you had to do was give $11 donation, and was out in the back of the Cummings Hall. It was one big party. And from that point on, it just grew. And we have raised thousands and thousands of dollars and given back to the university, you know. And I'm trying to encourage people tonight. You know, Glenny Moore did a great job on our new Grizzly Booster page, and I'm inquiring everybody, check this page out, become a member. You pay your $50, if you want to do it tonight, log on in there, because you're going to see some good, important things coming up with this. Because we try to get any money. Our money is restricted with us, the Booster Grizzlies. So whatever money we get in, donation we get in, we give it back to the university. We help buy things that the university need that they can't afford and whatever. So we're out there and we're calling out to dig deep in your pockets, but no little donation. You can be a little donation, $5, $10, whatever you're willing to give, because little dollars add up to big dollars. And I'm just so happy to try to get these things, this money in. We need it in. We got to help these students. It's all about the students.
Hey, listen, you know about you and I. We'll hook up and we'll go over and get a fish sandwich or something over Sonny's.
Yeah.
We had an opportunity a couple weeks ago to feed the football team and coaches. Can you share with our Morgan community what that was all about?
Oh, folks, yeah, it was a great, successful event. We fed 126 football players. We fed 15 cheerleaders, and not only the whole coaching staff, and then we had food left over. Any of the students that were floating around, we fed them too. It was a successful event. Everything. I want to send a special shout out to Gerald Huggins. Gerald Huggins helped us make this thing very successful. And Mr. Frank, the catering company, everything, it was, we all fought and we all did 100%. And we'll still be talking about this feeding of the team. And it's just been so great. But then if you're a Booster Grizzly member and you pay that $50 and you see our page, you're going to see all them pictures. It's worth the $50. Just log on it, pay it, log on it, and you can see how good of a times we had. You can see the things that we have purchased for the university, the football team, not only the football team, the tumbling team, the basketball team, the volleyball team. And hey, Glenny, look out. We can't talk about, we got a big event, golf event. And with the Bo Rose Fallen Grizzlies. But I'm not going to go into that, but it's October the 10th, 2025. But John Davis, and Wendy Rose, they'll be on a little later on this line, and they're going to tell you a little bit more about that. But two things I wanted to put out there. And as parents and as donors, we need that support money-wise, but we also need that support of being up on the yard, not walking around out in the stands or on the campus, being in that football stadium. We need them. If you got kids there, encourage them to come out of them domes. They have not experienced a Towson and Morgan. That's a crosstown rivalry. A crosstown rivalry. They don't know about it because on the campus, it's number freshmen and sophomores. They don't know about this. So now's the time we encourage them, go to the games, go to the football game, the basketball game, the soccer, every sport in there. We need to pull these kids out. And parents, you need to come on down. When you look on here, we were starting tomorrow. Well, if you go and be a member of the Security Booth, you're going to see some exciting things. We got some things where you'll see the post of cabanas that will be on the football field. I will have 10 seats to the highest donors that give money. You will be able to sit out on the football field, get fed very well, and get what? At an open bar. So give a donation. Come on and be a part of that. Because I'm going to be down there host. You're going to meet the Grizzly Booster Club community. We're going to be out there and we're going to be showing off. And I want y'all to just give. Dig deep down for that money. Pull it out. Put it out. If you got to deal, hey, look, if you got to deal without buying something this week, a couple of bags of chips or a couple of anything, hey, put that money into that code up there and come on down because I'm going to feed you. I'm going to feed you Saturday and get you drinks and everything. So I just want y'all to show out. I don't want to look up in the stands and I see more Towson fans like I did the year before. I ain't having it. Not in my house. It's not. We got to bring back the Morgan pride. Because we got some good winners and we got some good ball players. The team had a rough one down there in Alabama, but I saw a lot of improvements. A lot of improvements, Glenny.
So look, we want to post again what James is talking about. If you want to become a Grizzly Booster Club member, as he said, we have a fantastic new website where you can go register to be a member. The information is on the screen. Even on the side right there, you see that QR code. You can put your phone up to that screen and you can register right now. And it's only $50 to become a Grizzly Booster Club member. More importantly, as you also see on the screen, we're making donations tonight. Tonight, just go to morganbearclub.com, click donate now, choose donation amount. select Grizzly Booster Club and put your information in and save your receipt. We're doing that for the telethon. So we want to be clear with that. Eventually, we're going to roll over to the Champion Fund. But all this money that we raised tonight go right to the athletic department on to our student athletes. So we are excited. We had a tough loss on Saturday. Quick thoughts about that.
Well, you know, the offensive line need to gel a little bit. They're a little younger. They got one senior that's out there, the leader, Mr. Branch, and he's that leadership. Offense look good. The quarterback situation is good. We fought for that, but we're going to get better. We're going to get better. And I'm trying to go down to the Celebration Bowl. And I'm just trying to make this successful. And I'm just so excited about this new webpage. You just don't know. There's going to be some things out there. And look down, keep an eye on it, because looking down the line further, we're going to take a bus up to the Norfolk game. And I want to pack the bus like we always do, but I want to pack 2 or 3 buses. That's what I'm talking about. I'm trying to bring it in. And that money that comes in from those trips goes right back to the athletic department to help these kids out and stuff. And I'm going to have some little secret little things, little parties on our page for my cigar smokers and wine drinkers. That goes for the men's and women. I'm going to be throwing my annual event down in my cigar lounge down there. But tune into the booster page and you'll see what it is, because the last 2 years it's been very successful. Last year we had the college kids, the whole entire football team, at an event that was sponsored with me and Johnson & Johnson and the Booster Grizzly Club. It was successful. We had about 80 kids in there talking about mental health, all of this stuff. One of our Grizzly members, Miss Val, Dr. Val, she helped co-sponsor with us, and it was a great event. Then that night, we had the parents, the fathers, the men. We had them down there, and we had a good fellowship, and we talked about it. We had money, we made money, and we put the money right back in the program and put it in there. Man, if you watch this page, it's going to be amazing. You're going to see a lot of people don't know what we've done so far, but we've done. So I go back to remember the first check that we ever gave Morgan was a $50,000 check, and that came from all of you guys and ladies out there, you booster members that wanted to help to support the program. That's what it's all about.
I got 1 minute. Share your prediction for this Saturday versus Towson on our field. Share your predictions.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Well, I'm going to school. I'm going to be pulling students out of the dorms. I'm going to be pulling the dogs. I'm going to be calling every last one of them in these pages. I want all of them out there. I want them noise so loud on the Morgan side that the Towson State quarterback ain't going to be able to call no plays. We're going to be on them. We're going to be on them. I predict Morgan winning by 2 touchdowns. We're going to see what the Bears are about. We're going to see what they're about. Towson, you ain't coming on my ground and telling me to leave out of there with a win. You're going to walk down with the tiger with his tail between his legs. That's what I'm talking about. The bear is going to rise, baby. The Bears are going to rise, Glenny.
Dana, we're going to have to calm him down. He might think he can run out on the field.
There's our field.
I'm loving it.
That's our field's AD leader, AD Dina. There we go.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, everybody. What's up? Let me throw this little short word out here. I remember when Dina first hit the campus, I had my doubts. I was like, oh, no, another one. I've seen so many ADs. But let me tell you, 4 years later, she's still there. And I have to give you a commitment. You're doing a great job. Your whole entire staff. The whole entire staff. And you know, we got you 100%. You know I got you 100%. You know, you call in the middle of the night. If you need something, we're going to always get it, because we are here for you and the community and the athletic department.
Well, let's stay right there, Dana. What are you happy with? You're smiling now. Over the last few years, share with the Morgan family and the community what you're happy with as far as Morgan State athletics.
Well, we've done a lot in the past. So I'm in my 4th year now, just started my 4th year. Can we believe it? I don't know if I can believe it, but from hiring 7 head coaches to starting 2 new sports with wrestling and acrobatics. We had our best football season in 10 years last year. We had 7 sports that have some type of postseason recognition, whether it's women's basketball going to the WNIT, softball going to the regionals, men's tennis going to their NIT, wrestling having an appearance at the NCAAs. Like we've had a lot of successes. but not just on the field or on the court, on the mats. We've had
Mhm.
our all-time high graduation rates, GPAs. We had the highest APR this past year in the MEAC. So excited about that. And then recently, one of my baby projects, I'll call it, is our Leadership Academy. We just hosted our first annual Leadership Academy for our student athletes. So the things that we're doing on and off the field and our student athletes are doing is just amazing. And so I am happy. I am pleased. I am happy about what we're doing at Morgan State.
I believe you forgot one. You have a NFL player now.
I do. I talked about him today in cabinet meeting. Elijah Williams. So happy for him. So excited for him.
Good kid, inside out. I love the heart.
Good kid. He's watched us grow, with him during these past few years, and just to see where he's landed, I'm definitely excited for that young man to make the team, to make the 53, right? He's definitely done well.
So we on a high. Yeah, you were just smiling for a few minutes. We had a tough loss on Saturday, but they fought. You were there front and center. What are your thoughts about the game this past weekend?
I was there, and guess what? President Wilson was there.
Yeah.
He did. He showed up for the game in Alabama. And I think we look good. I think there were some things that I'm sure a coach is going to address. But, I'm excited about our team. I'm excited about our program.
Yeah, we watched it on television, and we looked at those guys. They were some huge guys, some Alabama guys. They were nice and huge, but we took it to them, though. We did. Yeah. What are you looking for as far as Saturday? Willoughby talked about it. We're going against Towson. We come this close every year. What's your mindset going
every year, Glenny?
And look, we playing under the lights this Saturday. Share your thoughts about that Towson game.
Exciting for the community, excited for Morgan. I don't know about, the battle for greater Baltimore. I mean, we are Baltimore. And so I want Baltimore to show up and show Towson that we are Baltimore.
Right. One issue that Willoughby spoke about is the fanfare. How can we get those students in the stands? How can we even get families in the stands? Any thoughts on that?
It's Bear Family Day. It's Bear Family Day on campus and Bear Family Weekend. So it's not just an athletics thing. It's a university and a community thing. So we're promoting it from every angle, from our student affairs. There's going to be activities from our alumni. There's going to be some activities going on this weekend. Our folks have been over in the dorms as soon as they walked on campus, getting our student population. We are above 11,000 students at Morgan State now. We got to get them in the stands and make it fun for them. And so our team is working really hard to make it a great experience for our fans.
So we're talking football now. Ultimately, we have more sports this season coming up. You have volleyball. You have wrestling coming up. And I see the schedules that's coming out now. What are your thoughts, and what are you excited about the most in these upcoming athletic seasons?
So I talked to our head coach. I had a meeting, and I was just excited, similar excitement, because there's just this energy around the program that I feel like all of our programs are like right here. We're on the cusp. We're on the cusp. And I really think we're going to turn the corner. I'm excited about volleyball this season. We won our first game down in Alabama. And so I was excited about that. And I think you're definitely going to see some improvement with that program. If you look at them, they definitely look the part, and I think our both basketball programs, we've got great players that came in this year, transferred in, and some of our veterans and some of our Baltimoreans, especially on the women's team, I'm looking forward to seeing with our new coach, Damon, who's going to be leading that squad. So I'm excited to see what she's going to do this season. Wrestling, I think, as a new program, they're no longer new. Like, our freshmen are ready in prime, and they're ready to go. So I'm excited about all of our programs this fall and winter. And of course, and then also our tennis program. If you're not aware, tennis is now has a fall championship season.
I saw that. I was looking at that.
So they'll be competing this season as well. So we've got a lot going on. We got 3 volleyball matches this weekend, along with the Towson, because they're doing a Towson Morgan Invitational tournament, and so we have 3 home volleyball matches.
That's this weekend. That's this weekend. Right?
And along with our football program. So we're excited about this upcoming season.
So you're talking about all these programs. One of the reasons, and the main reason we're here, of course, we want to raise awareness. We want fanfare. But the bottom line, we want those contributions as far as money. And that's what we're trying to do, raise money tonight. Just every year, we probably say the same thing every year. What can you say different this year as it relates to donations? How it relates to alumni, how it relates to the Baltimore community, not just alumni, but receiving donations that will help our sports programs.
Yeah, the donations don't just help our student athletes, they help our community, help the Morgan State community and Baltimore City as a whole. Because everything that we do then leads to our young people going out into the community and impacting our communities. I just gave. So look me up, Glenny. I'm on there. I just gave. So make sure that you give. Every little bit count. I don't ask other people to do what I'm not willing to do myself. And so I gave to the Grizzlies Booster Club, put my donation in. I'm expecting y'all to match. Go ahead on and donate. And we're excited. Everything that the Grizzly Booster Club does for Morgan and does for our programs, I'm so grateful. And thank you. Since I've been here, you've just been welcoming. And as Willoughby said, got my back. And I appreciate that. So we need to have these student athletes' backs as much as possible. And every little bit helps. Every little bit helps, whether it's to help them with their nutrition, whether it's to help them with different programs that we do and that the Grizzlies put on for our student athletes. It helps. Every little bit helps. So thank you, and continue to donate.
So we got 20 seconds. After the Towson win, are we going to dance? Are we going to high five? Are we going to put our boots on the ground? What are we going to do after the Towson win?
All of it. All of it. We're going to dance. We're going to do the Morgan. We are the Bears.
Okay.
We're going to do that. Then we're going to high five. And then we'll get Miss Keisha out there on the boots on the ground.
And she will do it for real. Well, I got your staff get ready to back you up. Thanks once again for coming on again.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Wow. Our fearless leader. Yeah. So we're going to move forward at this time. We got 3 special guests at the same time. That's a lot of money on this screen. A lot of money. Take yourselves off mute.
Hello.
What's happening?
That's good. So we got to introduce the rookie first. Denise Thompson, won't you introduce yourself to the Morgan family, the Morgan community, the Baltimore community? Just share your background quickly and just share that you're the new person in town and you're going to wreck shop at Morgan State University.
Absolutely. So my name's Denise Thompson. I'm the Associate AD for Strategic Communications and Brand Advancement. About 3 months on the job. I got my boots on the ground and it is going to keep on stomping my way through. Been in this business for over 19 years, heavily on the external side, whether that's fundraising, marketing, communications, ticket sales. You want it, I got it, and we are here. And this weekend is going to be a grand time down at the stadium.
I don't want to waste time. We only got about 10 minutes. You guys are not going to be on here long. I'm going to go right to Aaron. Aaron, just can you put in a nutshell, ticket availability, ticket costs, season tickets, how are you guys approaching that this year, our first home game? Let the Morgan community and Baltimore community know what you're offering.
Yeah, so this year we have a couple new offerings. Our newest offerings are the field level cabanas, right? The feel it from the field experience. We're gonna have some private cabanas in the end zone on one side of the field where you're able to have a special space for you and your 10 guests in a more closer, intimate setting with an upscale experience. Our other experience we have is the Bear Cave, right? We're putting it to a new location this year. That will be in the other end zone, and we're looking to add to that experience as well. But it is Bear Family Day, right? So we have a lot of families on board. As of this afternoon, we got over 800 families registered to be out on Saturday for the game. So we're plugging away with our students, looking to make it a good time and ultimately pack the stands so there's a good environment for all.
Well, listen, we got folk viewing right now. If you have any question, go ahead. I can see your comments. If you have any questions for athletics as it relate to the game on Saturday, tickets, season tickets, all that information, go ahead and put it in the comments and I'll read it out. Mr. Hines, Deputy AD, Melvin Hines, what are we going to see different this year than last year as it relate to athletics in your eyes?
Well, you know it's a game changer now. The house settlement with everything going on with NIL, and it's just a different day. And so as we prepare for the new day, we put some new things in place. You know, you heard Aaron mention about the feel it from the field experience. I'm talking about that's going to be something that everybody's going to want to be a part of, because it's going to seem like you right smack dab in front of the TV, because you're going to be live and up close and personal right there in the action. Go like it's coming right to you. So you can't help but want to enjoy that feeling, because, I mean, you can't beat that. You in the game. So, but that experience helps support our Champions Fund. You heard Ms. Dina talk about that earlier, the Champions Fund, so we can recruit and retain the best student athletes. Because our goal every year is to win the MEAC championship in every sport. Our goal every year is to advance in the NCAA tournament in every sport. Our goal in football is not just get to the Celebration Bowl, but to win the Celebration Bowl. It's not just to get there, but it's to keep on going. But the only way you go get to the mountaintop and stay on the mountain, you got to have the right things in place. And that's why we need people like you, the Grizzlies, and everybody there in Bear Nation to come on board and support this program. Hey, I heard Miss Dina put out a challenge. She said match what she got, so I don't know what her number was, but I am going to give.
Denise, putting it all in perspective, again, you're the rookie on the scene, but what are you bringing to the table? What is your vision for this upcoming year?
Everything's going to be about the student athlete experience, storytelling, and getting everyone involved, whether it's the youth, students, alumni, older folks, what you want, we got it. I'm definitely going to do a lot more promotions outside of the field, outside of the courts, adding that in-game experience so that when you feel it, my goal is to make sure that you are entertained. This is not just a game. This is not just a meet. It is an experience that when you leave, you're going to tell your friends, your family, you're going to bring them with you, because that's what it's all about. We're here to sell memorable moments, not just tickets.
Aaron, we're moving fast. We've only got a couple minutes. Once again, just break down what's offered as far as ticket sales, even going into the basketball season, what's available, bad passes, whatever you want to mention now, prices. Take this time, take a minute or two just to share out once again, because more people are chiming in and want to hear this information.
Yeah. So our most popular ticket item right now is still the Bear Pass, right? That's our football and basketball combo. And with the Bear Pass, you do get access to the Bear Cave, the field level hospitality tent. All in that Bear Pass right now is $700 per person. That's your $500 donation and your $200 ticket amount. You'll get football, basketball, wrestling, acro, all the tickets to all of our events, and it also comes with parking for the football games. So you'll be on that parking list in the Student Center garage for the home games. That's our most popular package right now. We also have regular football season tickets, whether it be general admission or reserves. We are still selling them. We're selling them online at Ticketmaster.com. We're selling them in person if you want to stop by the office, or if you want to just give us a call. You know, our numbers on all of the ticket stuff, but it's 443-885-3344. We'll take care of you and have you set to go for that first game this weekend.
Denise, I've seen your background, I read your background. Donations, what does that mean to you? Or have you seen the impact of donations? That's why we're here tonight, raising money and awareness, the impact of donations. Could you just briefly share what's on your mind?
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing's too small. Obviously, we're gonna keep going bigger and bigger. I think what people don't realize is, if you want to give $1,000, you don't got to give 1,000 today. We got the enrollments. You can give it monthly. You can give it bi-monthly. It doesn't all have to come out today, but ultimately it is going to the student athlete experience. It's going to help with better uniforms. It's going to help with better travel. It's going to help with just the student athlete experience as a whole, for now when these student athletes graduate, for them to want to give back, for them to come to campus, for us to get those recent alumni, those older alumni, these Hall of Fames. Basically, we can say once you're a Bear, you're always a Bear, right? Whether that's because you went to Morgan, your family went to Morgan, your mama went to Morgan, it doesn't matter who. These donations matter. So if it's 25, if it's 50, if it's 500, 5,000, we'll take it. It's going to go to a good place and home for our student athletes and more.
Melvin, we got 1 minute. You have an extensive career in athletics. You've been at the big schools. You've seen how they operate. From your perspective, the impact of donations. You've seen it all. You're still on mute.
So the donations are a game changer, especially at a school like Morgan. We're a public institution, right? So it's only so much, most public schools, most states don't pay for athletics. So we got to find ways to help support this program and for it to grow. And, everybody wants to see a champion, right? But it comes at a cost. It comes at a cost to be a champion. Every time we move a student athlete, every time we feed a student athlete, everything we do to retain a student athlete, it comes at a cost. Because what we don't want to happen is kids not want to be a part of this great experience because the experience is not great. We love it here. I talked to everybody who graduated from Morgan. They love Morgan. We want everybody to have that same feeling. Every student athlete has come to Morgan when they leave. I want them to love Morgan the same way the class of 79, the same way the class of 59, the same way the class of 39 love this institution. Because it is the national treasure that can set you on a course, on a path that can change your life. So we need these young people to have that great experience when they come. So we need them to give. We need you to give to help make sure we can continue to bring in the best, retain the best, so we can be the best. Because now go back and look in the history books. Now look in the history books for all the championships from the MEAC to the CIAA. All I see is Morgan year after year, year after year, year after year. So the investment was made then. The investment need to be made again. Hey, I hate to use it, but I'm going to say it. Let's make Morgan great again.
Melvin, after the victory on Saturday against Towson, we know you just had knee surgery. Are you going to be able to put the boots on the ground after the game?
After we beat our crosstown rival, I may give you some boots on the ground because I'm going to be ecstatic. I'm going to be excited because I know, as Dina mentioned earlier, man, our football program is headed in the right direction. I don't know how many people saw the game on Saturday, but hey, that's a great team, and the sky's the future for this team this year. So, hey, we just clean a few things up, and everybody go put the boots on the ground. I'm not gonna pop no fan, but I will put the boots on the ground.
We'll leave that to Denise. God bless you guys. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it.
Go
Thank
Bears.
you.
Coach, I see you drawing up plays right now. Take yourself off mute, Coach.
Hey, Glenn, it's nonstop, brother. I'm in the office nonstop.
Put in perspective, man. Just, we watched the game. There was some big guys. I'm looking from the sideline. I'm not on the field no more, but those dudes were some big guys. And you put it right to them initially. Didn't work out at the end. But what's your perspective on the game? What do you pull out of that game? What do you share with your team after that tough loss?
Hey, Glenn, I'm trying to tell the guys, man, we have a very good ball club. Everything we need is in the locker room that we have. It's a matter of finishing. It's a matter of taking out the self-inflicted wounds. That's something we talked about going into the game, turnovers, penalties. And, we did both at an opportune time. But at the end of the day, when you watch the film, you saw our offensive line move their defensive line. You saw our D-line get knocked back. It was a really good thing to see. but we're not there yet where we can kind of take our foot off the gas. We have to keep pushing, keep thriving. But the one thing they did do all game was fought. That was a bowl game team. That team just won a bowl game last year in the FBS. That's a major accomplishment for those guys. They did a great job, against us Saturday, and they showed the championship pedigree that they have. But so it's a matter of continue to get better. But everything that we need is in the locker room. So that's been my message to those guys, and we're looking forward to continue to move in the right direction.
The direction we're going on next Saturday. We come this close every year, Coach. This close to Towson every year. It almost since I've been there, playing on that field. What are we going to do different? How are we going to handle Towson? What's your thoughts on Towson?
We got another good football team, a team that just beat Norfolk State last week. They ran the ball well, they threw the ball well. Defensively, they stopped the run. I think they held Norfolk to under 50 yards rushing. So we have a tough challenge. We have a tough challenge ahead of us. But like you said, enough is enough. I think it's been since 2009 was the last time we beat Towson. And, it's a mindset. It's something that we have to overcome. And the only way we're going to do it is, once again, not have those self-inflicted wounds, play sound special teams. That's an area that caused us some trouble last year against Towson. And also, like I said, offensively and defensively, just make the plays that's there to be made and take advantage of the opportunities we have to get better and to win a ball game.
Coach, we talk about money pretty much every year. We pretty much sing the song every year. Can you just give us a real situation, a real life situation of which you have to deal with where donations would help? I don't want to waste time in this 10 minutes I got you. Can you just give us maybe one or two real situations where donations will help your football team, not just this year, but as you move forward?
I mean, it's the major two ways right now is you're looking at retaining student athletes and or recruiting student athletes. And when they come into a facility, they want to feel good about it. They want to go to that locker room, go to that team meeting room, and make it feel like home, like a home. And donations help us improve our overall facilities, and that's something that's needed. I'll tell everybody, every administrator on campus and any alumni, when you walk into the business building, you feel good about being a business student. And the same thing needs to happen in athletics. When you walk into the gym as a basketball student athlete, or you walk into the football arena with regards to the locker room and or weight room or whatever it may be, you want to feel good about it. And donations help us improve the facilities. It also helps us retain the student athletes. These student athletes now, with the revenue sharing opportunities that they have, we have to put ourselves in a position to make sure we're rewarding the student athletes is doing the right thing on and off the plan services. So revenue helps. You're dealing with recruiting, and we lost 2 players this year because of that. To be quite honest, another school, offered more resources and facilities were better. And so the love is going to take you, but so far, the development is going to take you, but so far, sometimes these kids need and want those other tangible things they put their hands on.
And that's just the reality of it, Coach. I see. Wow. Let me ask you this. I'm going to say it. You were able to maintain one player in particular and kept him to his senior year, and he just dominated. At this time as we speak, he made the 53-man roster at the Minnesota Vikings. What's your thoughts on Morgan State's own Elijah Williams?
Glenny, that's what it's all about. And if you're a young man that has the desire, or a student athlete that has a desire to play at the highest level, Elijah Williams is the latest, greatest proof. It's a proven track deal. He had an opportunity to leave here for the last 3 years. He had an opportunity to go. We talked about it 2 different times. He says, Coach, I'm staying. I love Morgan. I want to get my degree from Morgan, and I believe I can still make it to the National Football League from Morgan. He proved that still happened. And when these scouts coming around now to see a couple other guys that we have that's going to have an opportunity to play on Sundays, that's one thing they're saying now. They say, Coach, you said it. You guys said it. This kid was a pro, and he's proven it. But he walked away with his Morgan degree. He walked away with the as an all-time sack leader. Now, instead of making that $150,000 that the schools was offering him, he's in a different category now. He added another 0 to that deal, which is great. And I'm excited for him, man. He deserves everything he's receiving right now. And he is the reason why, as a coach, the reason why you do what you do, and you enjoy coming to work every day for guys like him.
I was going to say that I know that the scheduling of coaches. I know what you guys go through on a daily basis, Coach. What makes you smile at the end of the day when it comes to coaching these young men, even after losses or wins? In your journey, you've been here a few years now. What makes you smile every day? Just give us a perspective on a head coach.
At the end of the day, man, you have the opportunity to impact a minimum of 100 young men on a daily basis. And you sit back and think about it. I've been blessed to do this for 26 years. How many teams or how many young men that I have the opportunity to impact? And when you sit back and watch them graduate, when you watch them invite you to weddings, invite you to baby showers, man, that's what it's all about. I don't know another profession where you could get that daily satisfaction of pouring into young people and you see the outcome of your work. A lot of times you may have a career or be in a job where you don't see that outcome right away. We're able to see it on a daily basis, not just on the football field, just watching them in the classroom. We got here, the team GPA was a 2.51. We're over 3.0 now. That means something. That means something. I love to see that young man from Mervo High School that may not be college ready for whatever reason, and watch those guys now go from that 2.0 to that 3.0, learn the playbook, being active in the community. That's what drives me. That's what motivates me. And I'm blessed to be in a position to continue to have an impact on these young men.
You had to bring up Mervo. All of us are 4.0. You ain't got to worry about Mervo students, right?
Indeed.
Look, you got the Morgan community. Quite a few people watching right now, man. We got about 30 more seconds. Any last words, whether it comes from donation, fanfare, wherever you want to take it. Take 30 seconds. Just share what's on your heart and what's on your mind.
Grizzlies, the university needs you. The athletic department needs you. These student athletes need you. It's our responsibility, our obligation to continue to give back to our universities. And if you have any caring in your heart at all for young people in general, not just young men and women that attend this university, I think you need to give back. No donation is too small, and it's going to go to a good use. And on top of that, we play Towson this weekend. We need everybody to come out. I said when I first accepted this responsibility, this job, is we want to be Baltimore's college football team. We got the Ravens. We want the Bears to be right after the Ravens with regards to Baltimore and this football. So please come out this Saturday, support our student athletes. I'm looking forward to a good show on Saturday evening, but please donate.
See you after the win Saturday, Coach.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Wow. Once again, the reason that we're here for our 5th annual virtual telethon. Once again, if you want to be a Grizzly Booster Club member, you see it right on the screen right there. Go ahead and scan that and register to become a Grizzly Booster Club member. But one of the main reasons why we're here is to make donations. Today for the telethon, you can go to morganbearclub.com and make your donation. Select Grizzly Booster Club and donate your money through Grizzly Booster Club. Goes right to Morgan State Athletics and our student athletes. So I'm excited. I got another guest that's coming up at this time. He looked like he's driving really fast. I don't know how he's going to pull this off, but I'm going to bring him up and see what he got to say. Coach, slow down, man.
Hey, man, I'm going at 10 miles an hour, man.
Coach, hey, look, I want you to share with the people. A lot of people may not understand this. I'm going to pull it up now. You in the cross-country season at this time, correct?
Yes, correct.
Can you put that in perspective real quick for the viewers? Because we shouldn't just be talking football. We shouldn't just be talking fair for basketball and wrestling. We should be talking fair for track as well. Share the start of your season, your schedule, and what you're looking forward to in this 2025 season.
Well, I mean, I'm excited to be a part of this. I think fundraising is a great thing for us to do. But again, as we talk about cross country is a base for us. We get ourselves prepared for track and field, indoor, outdoor. We started out Delaware. We didn't put our best foot forward, but we continue to work. We got a young team. our schedule or the schedule, early part of the schedule is not that strong, but we're preparing for the end part of this the conference, leading up to all those meets that we have coming up, which will be real competitive as of next week. But we are excited about it, man. Especially not just track, not just cross country. It's just every sport on campus, man. We met last some time back, and man, everybody was just geared up to have a great season. And I think it's coming. It's time we make the change, and I think we're ready for that changes and the challenges that lies ahead. But I'm telling you, we are in a good spot to make the necessary changes. As Melvin said, we want to win championship, and that's where all of us is fighting to go. It's not just football, basketball, volleyball. Cross country is part of that book, and we want to make sure we in the page. And we are in the page. I'm excited. The team is young, like I said, but we're going to put forward and try to win this title. It's going to be a challenge, but I think we're up to the challenge. We're going to give it our best shot.
Coach, you've been doing this for a long time, Coach. I'm not saying you old, but you've been doing this for a long time. How do you get creative? Look, I want to know, how do you get creative year after year to motivate these runners and just go to the track every day? What do you do different, or how do you get creative in your coaching style?
I mean, I'm a creator from birth. You know what I'm saying? I believe I don't have a lot of tools to work with. Therefore, I got to be very creative with what we do. But I see a lot of coaches make mistakes, and I plan not to make those mistakes. So I prepare myself on a yearly basis to make sure I'm coming with something different, something unique. Like I tell folks, even from our recruiting process, when we put in some work, we have a heck of a presentation that we present to these kids. And when they see what we're trying to do, man, they're all bought in. And for me, man, it's just, if you bought into the process, I think we're going to get where we got to go. Although we don't have all the things we need, but I tell you, we're going to make it happen because they ain't going to outwork us. They're going to just be better than us. So be it. But we're going to ready to go. When they're ready to go, we're ready to go, man. I just, like I said, a bunch of kids that we have. My thing is to make sure giving kids an opportunity. Someone make it possible for me to get an opportunity and show my talent, and I got to give something back. So I want to make sure that these kids come in and get something back, that when they leave Morgan, I could call you and tell I need $250. You know, and that's what I'm going to do tonight.
Coach, one thing that you said that I want to reference, we may not have everything we need. Hold tight. I want to bring somebody else on the screen.
Papa Bear. What's up, Glenny?
So,
the other Papa Bear, Coach Braxton.
How you doing?
Good. How are you guys?
Okay.
So I want to reference that. Look, we only got a few minutes, so I'm going right in, y'all. Coach Hodge, I want you to start, and then I want to go to Peck, and then I want to go to Coach Braxton. You said we may not have everything we need. This is a telethon, a virtual telethon. We're trying to raise awareness as well as money. And just from your perspective, Coach, what does donations mean to your track team?
Man, it's we carry a lot of weight. If you come on campus now, you see the stuff that we are doing on campus, that you'll be willing to give to get us better. We just need to make sure we have the necessary things, like I said, that some people have, that we could make us better. And I think by getting those simple little things would put us in where we're trying to go. I'm not complaining about anything because, like I said, I had a coach that we had nothing and we made something out of nothing. The track was something like the street. We make it happen for us. And I think we could make it happen now. Peck could test to that. And I'm telling you, we got something special at Morgan. And all the folks, I'm challenging all of my classmates, $100 can't broke you. And I expect you all to do that. I'm going to give my 100, and I expect to get about 50 of those or more. Let's show up and give back, because somebody give you an opportunity to give where you are today. And Pecco can test that. We grant him an opportunity and he make it. And everybody that came to Morgan, I'm telling you, there's something special about them. And see, therefore, I'm asking you to give, because I'm going to go to a good cause, because we all need very little, but we could carry a long way with the very little that we have. We are proving that.
Again, as Coach said, make your donations today for the telethon. Just go to morganbearclub.com, make your donation, select Grizzly Booster Club, so it goes straight to athletics. Also, you want to send that extra $100 that Coach Hodge talked about to the track team. Now, Pat,
Yes,
look,
sir.
you in another era, and it seems that this era have a lot more than we do. However, what do you think as alumni, fanfare? What can we do, not just money wise, to support our track team and Coach Hodge?
Right. And so just kind of to touch on what everyone's talking about, today's student athlete is not like us. We came from a different era. There are very few student athletes who believe in the why not us or why not me culture, because they live in a reality world where they see things every single day. They see other teams with gear drops. They see other teams with equipment drops. And we have to provide for our students where the university can't. I'm in this now, and I see it from a different aspect of coaching. Like, these kids, they want to see things. It's not like us where I just wanted to compete. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have much. Hodge and them gave us what we just wanted to compete, and I wanted to be the best that I could be. So for us, as alumni, we have to give back so that those kids can feel like, it's like what Deion Sanders says, you look good, you feel good, you compete good. That's the world we live in today. And so, in order to do that, we got to raise money. These kids need multiple uniforms, where only like Coach Braxton and us, we may have 2 uniforms, but these kids, they want multiple uniforms. That makes them feel good. It makes them feel like they want to go compete. That's just the world we live in. So my thing I have to say to everyone, and just like Coach Hodge reached out to all his teammates, I've already reached out to all my teammates before this call. And so, challenge out there. And I reached out to them. I said, hey, come on, let's support not only Morgan Athletic, let's support Morgan Track and Field. Because despite what you think or what your personal feelings are, it made us who we are as men and women today, period. And again, I always say this. I appreciate both Coach Braxton and Coach Hodge for the opportunity. Those guys gave me a chance, and all I needed was a chance. And I want to say one thing before we move to Coach Braxton. To say how important these little things are, like equipment. I remember going into my junior year. Coach Hodge probably doesn't remember this. He went away overseas for some track stuff. He brought back a pair of Diadora high jump shoes. I never had a pair of fancy high jump shoes prior to that, but that meant so much to me that I was like, you know what? I'm going to beat up on these kids with them shoes. I just felt like, yeah, this is me. I'm North Carolina. Louisville, any of those schools, I was like, I'm going to beat them. And those shoes was just kind of a mindset thing. I didn't really need them, but it was like, yeah, my coach believed in. He thought of me off season to bring back those shoes.
Wow.
But 200 guy too, man. You're a 200 specialist too, man.
We have 3 different generations on this screen tonight. Coach Braxton, you probably can't even relate to this new era and what's required. How can you put this in a nutshell from your perspective, from your era? What are your thoughts in putting this all?
And you're right. It is a new era, and it is different, but it's also very similar. Again, we had very little, but we had, and we found ways to get what we had. It wasn't anyone giving. It was hard work. We didn't have a track, but we had talent. We had people who wanted to compete and be better. As far as, I look at other schools, we set the trend way before they did. I would have change of uniforms before every race sometimes, just to be different. But my thing is, I want to reach out, because I can go, as the athletic director, I want to reach out to all the athletes who attended Morgan during that era, because they're now in a position to give back. They have the money and they have the time. So it's time to give back and watch Morgan prosper and grow. You look at what Dr. Wilson's doing, that campus is gorgeous. It competes with any campus in the country, any campus. But now with athletics, we have to give a little more with the NIL and money coming. We don't have that luxury that other schools have. And it scares me because I can see a school offering a kid that might come to Morgan, I'll give you $50,000 and he's gone.
Yeah.
That's scary. That's scary, but it's also real. It could happen. We can offset some of that because you can't take the money with you. You might as well help your school. The one that got you started, the one that set the tone. All of us love Morgan.
Yeah.
We all do. How can we help Morgan? It's time for African Americans to wake up and start giving back because the school gave to all of us. The school gave me an opportunity. I was a no-name coach, but they said, we're going to take a chance on you. I took a chance on a lot of athletes. I succeeded. They succeeded. Again, you have so many different facets. The athletic director has a tough job. I also sat in that chair. It's difficult and it's harder now than ever before. She needs our help. Every team, not just football and basketball, but also the other teams that are out there wearing the orange and blue need some financial assistance to make them a better group of individuals. So all you guys out there from football, basketball, all those who sat in the Morgan house in a Morgan uniform, it's time to give back. Many of you have, and I applaud you for it. I say thank you. But many of you haven't. And it's time for you to reach in those pockets. And just like tithing for church, we need to tithe for Morgan. So let's get this on the road. Okay? Anything I can do, because I also, the Hall of Fame is coming up. That doesn't support itself. It takes money. You know, again, I owe $100, which I'm going to send to Ramona. And I'm sure some of you also owe 100. So
Yeah.
it's time for us to give back, and we're reaching out in a lot of directions. And sometimes we got to prioritize what's important for us, and reach out to that group and see them do better. So anything I can do, anything I can say, anyone I can influence. No, regardless of what I helped a lot of people at Morgan from a lot of different teams. Now I'm asking you, reach out, help. Mike Holston, Guy Goodwin, all of you guys, it's time to reach out and help. And I'm not saying you haven't, but maybe we need to go a little deeper in the pocket this time to get over the hump. Once we get over the hump, now it's maintaining. But first, we got to get over that hump financially.
Wow. Coach, man, I'm a big baby. Hey, Peck, once I turn 50, I cry for anything, man. So every time I see Coach, I'm about to cry. It's like I see my father right now. It's crazy, man. But, you know, that's what it is in a nutshell, man. But, Peck, just any last words, man? We got to go to our next guest. We're running a little late. Just any last words before we go out of here.
My last word, I want to challenge one person. No one is better than recouping money than Rochelle Stevens. I trained her. I know she can do it. I'm saying for her too, hey, time to give back. Paul and Paulette, you give back and you do a lot of other things. Those who are not doing what they can do it before it's too late.
Amen. Amen.
Hey, Glenny, thank you for what you do for Morgan State and Morgan State Athletics. I really appreciate you. I want to see this on a yard during homecoming, like you do a live show and we just collect people while we got them.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Hey, you never know. You're speaking in existence now.
Hey, let's do it. Jerry Lewis used to do it.
Hey, man, we thanks for having us, though, man. We enjoy this opportunity that be able to get some kids to give back. And like I said, we need every penny, man. We didn't have a whole lot, but we make it happen. So we're gonna see what's happening, man. Everybody got to give back. Everybody.
Yep.
Just don't ask me to run on that day, Peck. Don't ask me to run.
Oh man, shoot, man, I'm ready to go, man. We're gonna have a special race of the legacy this year. I'm gonna bring Braxton backpack back, and we go.
Hey,
all right, man.
I'll do anything for the cause, Coach. Anything for the cause.
That's right, man.
God bless you guys. I gotta go to my next guest, y'all.
All right, man.
You.
Hey, guys, y'all take it easy, man. Love. All right.
Love you. Take care. Bye.
Gotta close, Glenny.
Coach.
Hey, how you doing, man?
You a first timer. You're a rookie on here, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a rookie.
I see you on vacation with that background.
You know how it
Coach,
be.
listen, we're fundraising today. FUN raising, fundraising today, man. We coming together as a Morgan family, man. Bowling. Put that in perspective for us. All we talk about is football, basketball, maybe even wrestling, but we don't talk about bowling enough. Could you just give the Morgan community a perspective on your program, and also in a nutshell, where you may need some support from donations yourself?
Yeah, bowling seems to be it's one of those sports where you only got 8 members, and so it's tiny. It's the little man of the bunch, but we pack a very big punch, um, from a Morgan perspective in HBCU, NCAA, D1 program. We're an up and coming team. I got 4 freshmen coming in this year. We did a team first last year. We finally beat North Carolina A&T after 5 years. They hadn't lost in the conference in 5 years, so we finally beat them. And I think bowling as a whole, it's just it doesn't get the respect it should get because they don't consider it a sport. But I challenge people who don't consider it a sport to come out there and throw a 15-pound bowling ball for 8 hours in a day and be good at it, So it's really a good sport. It's all over the United States and international. So bowling is huge. We just don't get the hurrah that football and basketball and them get. From
again, donation. I want to get to the point with this. As far as bowling is concerned, in supporting you guys, how can we support you? How can donations support you in your program?
Donation can support us by equipment. Bowling balls are very expensive. Also fees, bowling at the bowling center. We're Towson Bowling Center hosts us, so we could use help in that area as well. Always use help with gear and training apparatuses and of the such. So we can always use help. Anything will help. Any little thing. It doesn't matter how much, but we're always looking to add that extra dime.
Wow, that's great. Can you put in perspective? Again, we pay attention to football schedules. We look at even on the basketball schedule. When does your team start and finish? What is the schedule like for you in the season wise?
Okay, and here's where we differ too. Bowling is unique. We run through all 3 seasons: fall, winter, and spring. So our first official day of practice is October the 2nd, and we have our first official match. I think it's October the 21st, and then we run through Thanksgiving, and we stop for a break, and then we come back in January and we run through April. So we have a pretty big schedule. We have 2 conference MEAC matches per year, and we're hosting one this year at Towson. So come out and see that November the 7th and 8th out in Towson. And we're also hosting our JBI tournament Valentine's weekend, February 14th. So come out, support that. But we go through all seasons, and we got 5 games on the front half, and we got 5 games plus the championships on the back half. So
yeah, because I was confused looking at the schedule. I'm gonna be honest, I was confused with that schedule.
Yeah,
Coach, I got about 20 seconds. Any last words for the Morgan community and Baltimore community?
The Morgan community is just outstanding. I mean, this is my 3rd year here, and I can tell you I absolutely love everything about Morgan. And Dr. Wilson is doing a great job leading us, and so is Dina and Melvin. So donate to Morgan. That's what I say. Donate to us, all sports.
Coach, nice meeting you. You're no longer a rookie, man. You're no longer a rookie.
There you go. I got to step up. You can have me anytime, man. Just call me.
God bless you, Coach.
All right. Thank you.
Man, I had to add some red to this screen. There's a lot of blue and orange, but no red on the
screen. What's up, Glenny?
Man, this is a pleasure right here, man.
What's up, Glenny?
I've played football with George. I almost played against him when he was at Carver. We almost whipped his butt there. Raphael, I got a taste of Raphael Williams in intramural basketball. and we had to put it to the Kappas. You know, we had to put it to them. But you guys, man, you guys solidify gentlemen. I'll say that. You guys are truly gentlemen, and we're blessed to be here today to talk about it. And just go back, Raphael, just to your Morgan day in a nutshell, because we don't have much time. What are your fondest memories? I want you to share a quick fondest memory and then your fondest sports memory. Any sports memory, basketball, football, or whatever.
I mean, you know, being that I am a member of Kappa Alpha Psi, probably one of my fondest memories is going online and that night that we came out, and being that, you know, we had 3 players on my line: Dwayne Donaldson, Gary Smith, and Brent Carter, rest his soul, who is, for people who don't know, he's a Caucasian brother. You know, to us, he's just another brother. And the crazy part is he was from Charras, South Carolina. You know, and just that massive amount of people that came out from the Morgan, community to support us going online, to see the spectacle of it all, was so amazing. But one of my greatest, homecoming is always, come on, man. We have probably I've been to a lot of homecomings, one of the best homecomings. You can have all the stars or whatever. I'm talking about family atmosphere, the people, coming back to Baltimore, coming home, as we like to say as Kappas. And I could tell you about, there's so many homecomings and so many stories, but I don't want to get nobody in trouble, Glenny. So, and then also basketball too, but just sports in general at Morgan, how it's so intertwined with the lifestyle there. We might not have been known for some of the, like some of the other schools, but I will put us up against anybody in enthusiasm and support.
So, just share just a couple guys that was on your line. A couple guys, name a few that the Morgan community may know.
Kevin Peck, Spencer Allen, Jeff Wheaton, Craig Talley, man, there's so many. Anthony Murphy, Herman Grace. We have a couple of have a doctor, Kevin Douglas. I mean, so many people, man. I hope I feel like Blair Smith. So I may have left out somebody or two, but man.
That's awesome. George, what's up, George?
What's happening, teammate?
Man, me and George always, run into the same areas and same places where we eating together and celebrating our team.
Right.
Now, tell what line were you on, George, and name some of the guys on your line real quick.
Okay, I was on the fall 1988 line, 16 props to Pacific.
Oh, you old, man. You old. Go ahead.
Not old as Ralph, but yeah.
But, I'm 1 year before him. Come on.
But our other teammate, Anthony Clark, was my front on that line. We got Russell Neverett on. We had Jay Wendell Gordon, the Warrior.
Russell.
Okay. James Howard, he was on the football team. Who else? Grant. There's so many.
Wow. Hey, you played football, George. What's your fondest memory in your football career? What comes to mind first in your mind? Whether it's a funny story, don't have to be a great story where you scored 20 touchdowns. Any fondest memory in your Morgan football career? What comes to mind?
Well, I would say the highlight for me would have been my sophomore year when we broke the nation's long losing streak. I didn't win a game my freshman year, but the sophomore year, we broke that losing streak by beating UDC in Washington, D.C. So that would be my highest.
You're just going to bring that up publicly, huh? You're going to bring that up publicly.
I mean, that was the highlight. That was the highlight.
George, you was on that team with Graham and whipped us like 88 to 88.
No, I wasn't on that team. That was after.
Wow. So, man, we gathering here today, man. We just, honoring student athletes, our student athletes, man, and raising money. You guys are always a part of something. I even seen something, Raphael, you was a part of something this morning. But you guys are always a part of something, donating time, donating money, Why is that important to you, Raphael? And then why is that important to you, George?
Well, Glenny, a lot of people think I'm from DC or Philly. It's real funny. I'm right here from Baltimore, got it out the mud, grew up in Douglas Home. So, I was influenced at some of the recs, and I know you know what I'm talking about, on the east side. I grew up on the east side, and some of the teachers. I even went to Lombard Junior High School, but I wanted them to go to Poly and then on to Morehouse and then come to Morgan. So the thing is, I love giving back. I've always one of the great things about being in our fraternity is we have God, right? But we also do a lot of community service. And that's how I was brought up. People help me along the way. And I always wanted to be of service and help others along the way. So that's dear and near to my heart. Young children, older folk, anybody, So that's who I am at my core.
Think about it, Raphael. Before I get to you, George, that one person, man, in your college career, you may have had your mom, dad, and all that stuff, and you may have had that support. But what's that one person that encouraged you, not just financially, but overall had an impact in your college career?
Wow, man. I mean, see, I sought out mentors because I learned at an early age that having mentors and supporters are important. And that's one of the stories I tell going out. But, if I look at Morgan State University, man, it would be really hard to narrow it down to one person. It really would, because I had big brother Mr. T, and then there was Mr. Robbie. A lot of people know him from, and Jack Dennis, a member of Omega Psi Phi, who was also near and dear to my heart, man. So it was so many. Stan Mitchell. It was just a lot of guys. Daryl Talley, one of my line brothers, fathers. So like this morning when I met those kids at the institute that these kids go to this morning, one of the things for me is just being able to communicate verbally in a written form, and then being exposed. There are people who haven't been out of Baltimore City, out of Maryland, off the East Coast, out of the country. So exposure and understanding that. And I was given that gift when I was a young kid. Of course, you said outside my mom, but those guys come to mind. But I think really some of the coaches too, who give you. Sports is such a big part of life, and people who don't partake in it, they miss out. Hopefully they get these things from other places, but these coaches who help guide you, mold you. Sometimes, with us back in the day, it was a little harder. Some people might call it toxic masculinity, but I don't believe in that. But I think that's what's needed in this community today, though, man. Brothers who care enough to go out and give their time, blood, sweat, and tears. So, yeah.
George, we're Baltimore guys. Let me ask you this before we move forward. Did you, were you inspired to go anywhere else other than Morgan?
Not really. I really wasn't even looking at college initially when I went to high school. So I went to a trade Carver, as you know.
Yeah.
I love playing football, and I was just blessed to be able to earn a football scholarship to attend Morgan, thanks to Coach Jesse Thomas, who came and sought me out from the blessings of my guidance counselor at the time at Carver. So that was a blessing in itself, which got me to Carver. Which got me to Morgan, my fault.
George, even though you're from Baltimore, I'm gonna move kind of fast, guys, so I'm jumping around because I got other guests right behind y'all. George, just think back. I want you to think back, George. What were some of the challenges you may have had, or a challenge that you had, even as a Baltimore kid coming on campus? Any challenges that you may have had at that time that you endured?
As far as coming to Morgan, or just in general?
Just in general, just as a young man. I've heard stories where, the football players may have been on scholarship and they had to catch the bus all the way from the west side to the east side right after practice. Stories like that.
Well, I really didn't have any challenges to hinder me or whatever. It was a smooth transition. It was kind of different for me, even though I'm from Baltimore, Northwest Baltimore, right on the other side of Cold Spring. I had never been to Morgan prior to going there then. So that whole side of town was new territory for me. And by me living on campus, it felt like I was out of town because most of the students were from out of town that stayed on campus. So the transition was smooth. I just, it really wasn't no hassle for me.
George, who inspired you to become a Kappa?
There was no one in particular. I will say this. Just watching the brothers who were on the yard at the time.
Yeah.
And by the time I was able to pledge an organization,
yeah,
the Kappas stood out in my opinion.
Wow. Okay.
I watching the brothers how they carried themselves, it kind of reminded me of myself a little bit. I do have a wild side, but
we don't want to talk about that tonight.
Hey, Glenny, before I get off, I'd like to say something real quick because I know you pressed for time, but I did want to say something real quick. One, I want to talk about two people real quick who were very inspirational to me in my young Kappa life and still to this day. I'll start off with a 2006 inductee into the Morgan State Athletic Hall of Fame, Charles Jelly Belly Kelly. Second Lieutenant Colonel Kelly, who's no longer with us. He was on maybe the first and only swim team. I think they called it the Morgan Nader Tours, which is Latin for swim, and they won a national championship. And also an author. He's a surgeon, and he's not doing well right now. Dr. Miles Harris Jr. He was on the 10 Bears, the lacrosse team that won a national championship. History making at that time, only HBCU, first HBCU to ever, a lacrosse team. He also played on the football team as a quarterback, a renowned surgeon here in the Maryland and across the United States. So I just want to, challenge all the brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi, all the members of Morgan State alumni who went to school during my time to donate at least $10 to this, at a minimum $10 to our cause today. The Grizzlies. So the Grizzlies Club, please. So
George, you got 30 seconds.
Yes.
He put that challenge out there, Kappas. Come on now.
Yes, sir. I'm challenging all my fraternity brothers and teammates, alumni to donate. The athletic department, especially the football team, needs your support. We need to pack the stands. We need to make Baltimore, the Morgan Bears, our team of the city. So
hey, listen, I'm gonna challenge you guys. Now, George may be there. Referee, I want to see you at the Towson game. I want to see you at the Towson game.
Okay.
I'm definitely there.
I hear you.
Hey, you can bring your cane. You can bring your cane too when you come. You bring your cane when you come.
I don't think I need that. I think I'm good without it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, George, you got 20 seconds. Any last thoughts?
Beat Towson. We got to beat Towson this year.
Please.
I think we got the tools to do it. Just cut back on the mistakes of hurting ourselves and turnovers. And we should come out with the victory Saturday. I will be there, though.
Raphael, 10 seconds.
Hey, man, I just want to thank you for giving me this opportunity, man. Morgan State is a great university. Send your children there. It is one of the most highly rated and one of the most beautiful campuses that you're ever going to come across in the HBCU or any other college, and they care about us. So
God bless you guys.
Donate.
That's right. God bless you guys.
Right.
Appreciate it, Glenny.
Thanks, Glenny.
Wow. Two great guys here. Listen, I was a telecommunication major, and speaking just wasn't my thing. I struggled with communication coming from Mervo High School, and then I come to Morgan and hear a voice like Lamont Germany, and then later on hearing a voice like Ronnie Duncan. No one does it better. How are you two doing this evening?
What's up, Slam Duncan?
You on mute? You on mute, Ronnie? You on mute, Ronnie? You on mute, Ronnie? Frank, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Hey. And Lamont, you can hear me? I got feedback with you, Lamont. I got feedback with you, and I got feedback with Ronnie. Yeah, I can hear you now, Ronnie.
Okay, sounds good. No, it is great to always share the stage with Lamont Germany, one of my best friends in the world, and we met together as freshmen in 1975 at Morgan State University. So it's a brother love, it's a bromance. He's the best I've ever heard. He's the best I've ever worked with. But you know, just being here and seeing you, Glenny, and just knowing your Baltimore roots, and I'm a native Baltimorean, there's nothing like Morgan State University for me. You know, I remember my first autograph signing. You know who it was? Willie Lanier. Willie Lanier. And to come on that campus in 1975 and have Earl Banks as still the head coach and hanging around the football team and being the athletic director at that particular time, not the head coach, but being the athletic director, I felt like I was right there, you know, with history. You know, my aunts went to Morgan. That inspired me to go. They went to school with Raymond Chester. So anytime I'm in a position, and Lamont knows this to be true, that I can try to inspire, advocate, motivate, help others do what I do, and that's give to Morgan State University, then I have to do it. The Grizzlies have done it for years, and they continue to do it.
Let me ask you this, Ronnie. When did you know that communication for you would pay your bills? Communication. Being a great communicator.
You know, I'm from West Baltimore, and I have some very dear friends that I've known ever since the childhood. They said I would pick up anything. It could be a broom, it could be a stick. And instead of playing a game, I was sitting around talking about the game and wanting to be that guy. To have had a dream come true to work at WJZ right out of WEAA was a fantastic dream in 1983. I didn't even believe it would happen. If it wasn't for Coach Earl Davis, I don't think I'm here today. Coach Earl Davis of the football team.
And Coach Earl Davis is on tonight.
That's right. Yeah, and he told me, he said, man, you have got to do this audition. I didn't want to do it. And I told Lamont, and Lamont, you remember it very well when I went over Channel 13. And you guys told me I had the job. I was like, I don't think I got the job. And Paul Yates called, and I was like, I hung up on him. So we've had a lot of good times. But if anybody knows all of my stories, all of the skeletons, that guy up above me right now, Lamont Germany, he knows them all. And, it's just a joy. I'm looking forward to being around Toledo game. I live in Detroit now, so it's right down the road. And I get a chance to be in the booth with Lamont and Renard Stubbs. And it's almost like the band is back together again. And hopefully I'll come in for homecoming. And they know that I'll be in Indianapolis for the Circle City Classic. And the only reason they invited me because they know I'm going to take them to St. Elmo's for steak dinners.
Hey, Lamont, let me ask you this. Again, I asked Ronnie, did he know that communication would pay the bills? What do you enjoy the most? Do you enjoy the radio? Do you enjoy game calling? Do you enjoy interviews? What do you enjoy the most, Lamont? We got bad audio.
I don't know if it's any better if I move closer.
Got it. Yeah, it is. It is.
I guess for me, Glenny, it's just a privilege of being able to share the Morgan story with whoever cares to listen. I really believe that ultimately that's my superpower is being able to be a conduit of what Morgan State University is all about, from myself as a Morganite to the world. I just think that this university writ large, even beyond sports, has so many stories to tell, so much in terms of inspiration, so much in terms of uplift. And for me, every time I break that microphone, I feel like I'm representing Morgan State. And so I got to come correct because I want people to have respect for, appreciation of what Morgan State produces. when I'm on the mic, I'm not just representing Lamont, Germany. I'm not just representing an individual athlete, not just the football team or the softball team or the volleyball team or the president. I'm representing Morgan State present, past, and future. And I want anyone, whether it's a Morganite or beyond, that's listening to a broadcast and to say, wow, that's what Morgan State produces. So for me, it's a challenge because I believe I'm representing all of us. And my goal is to not let any of us down with how I represent on the microphone.
Frank, years ago, you walked the campus of Morgan State University. Today, you're a successful man. You're a successful man. You're an educator. You're a sports agent. What did Morgan provide for you that allowed you to enjoy the fruit of all these blessings in your life and able to give back and talk on the radio and share experiences? What did Morgan provide for you, my brother?
Well, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you because I feel like Morgan has given me everything. Like Morgan has helped me to shape and mold me into the man that I am today, especially through perseverance because, when you're a math major, not many people travel the hallways of mathematics at Morgan State. And one thing that we've learned was endurance and perseverance and just stick-to-itness. And so with that being said, like whenever, like Lamont said, I'm in awe, like I sit beside him and I'm just learning. And it feels like I'm in a math class all over again where I got to learn these extensive formulas because he's so great at what he does. But he draws you into the conversation and makes you feel like you have a voice in the conversation. And, for me, I'm a rookie. Like this is my first time really doing this. And I'm so excited because like Lamont said, also, I'm representing not just myself, I'm representing my family, the legacy of Morgan State, and every young man and woman who's actually attended the National Treasure. I feel like I got to make sure that I handle my business so that they know that we are coming correct every time we grab the microphone. And I'm looking forward to my first experience of actually going and doing some live game like this year. And I told them I would show up for the Towson game this week. And if anyone's on this line, I don't want Towson to have any seats in the stadium. When they show up, I want the people at the ticket window to be like, well, we really don't have any extra tickets for you, but you can listen to the telecast online, or maybe you can watch it from outside of the stadium because I want every Bear in Morgan. If you've ever attended Morgan, I want you guys to show up Saturday night because we owe Towson. We owe them a loss. Like we owe that to them. And I feel like this would be a great year to do that, especially with this being my inaugural year of having an opportunity to be at the live telecast. I'm asking all my classmates to show up. And just if you've ever attended Morgan and you're in Baltimore on Saturday, I want you to show up to the game. And so please do that because the support is always needed. It's wanted. It's welcomed. And the greatest university probably on the East Coast. And I want everybody to see what we've experienced by being Morganites.
Ronnie, go back to that kid from City that went on to Morgan State. You know the needs that you had. You probably didn't pay it any mind at the time. You was just living life. But we're trying to raise money for these student athletes. Just your whole idea of donating to student athletes and us banding together like this. What do you think is the importance of this? And go back again to that kid from City going to Morgan and the needs that you may have had.
At 16 years of age, it was my family, coming in as a freshman. I'm in debt to Morgan State University for anything that makes me smile, makes my family smile. I owe it to Morgan. And I want each and every student to understand that you're just not an alumni. You have to give back to the university. You have to let people know how much you love the university because it's the same university who gave you love. A lot of those people are no longer here, but they fed me at days. They made sure I had a ride home on days. And that's what we have to do. So whatever you have, think about it. Forget about the lottery today. Forget about going to the bar today and having drinks and buying drinks for everybody. That $50 or $60 that you might go to look at the Orioles, they ain't going to win. Give it to Morgan State. Give that opportunity that sometimes that you didn't go to church on Sunday and you didn't pass anything on that plate. Well, we want something on your plate because the return is enormous. It's not just about Morgan. It's about Baltimore. It's about the culture. And as we say on Sports Rap Radio, we got. We got to give. We are all we got. They don't feel it the way we do, and we have to make everybody in the city, especially those who look like us, feel that Morgan love.
Lamont, you and I grind together. You and I have grind together. We know the work that we put in. Sometimes we don't think we paid enough to do what we do. But then I think about these student athletes, man. And I just remember the story of some of the guys, like some of the football players who didn't have what I had. You know, I remember they couldn't get the books, and they would wait outside the refectory to eat. They didn't have any money or anything like that. Lamont, for you, donating to Morgan State Athletics to support student athletes, what does that mean in your thoughts?
Simple, direct, and to the point. We can't wait around for anybody else to elevate us, to save us. It has to be us. We can't farm out or contract out that responsibility to anybody else. So it is incumbent upon us, who are the current stewards of the university, be us alum, be us faculty, staff, people in the community. We cannot take this thing called Morgan State University for granted, that it's always going to be here, that it's always going to be on the uptick. Morgan State can only be the institution that we all know it can be if we make it that way. We have to take charge of the process. We got to be in the driver's seat of making sure that Morgan State continues humming down the highway. We can't take time off. There's got to be a no pumping of the brakes situation. So wherever you are on the economic hierarchy, some of us are a little on the low end, some of us maybe somewhere in the middle, some of us are living large. But wherever you are, it is incumbent upon all of us to do what we can to take care of this thing that we know is valuable in Morgan State University.
Coach Nadine Damon, is that correct? Did I pronounce that correct, Coach?
I think so. I believe so. It's like Vic Damone. Just think about Vic Damone.
Damon.
Vic
So, Coach,
Damone. How are you?
listen, Coach, you are trapped right now. You're on the line with 3 sports reporters. Now, I had a few questions to ask you, but I'm going to ask Lamont Germany to ask a question from our new women's basketball coach. And then I'm going to ask Ronnie Duncan to ask you a question. And then I'm going to ask Frank to ask you a question. We got to keep it brief because we're running out of time. Lamont, what's your question for our new women's basketball coach at this time?
Opportunity and a privilege to introduce her in her introductory press conference as the MC. And I said then, Glenny, that we got one. And I know we have one in Coach Damon. And what I would ask her is, there's going to be people demanding things from you in terms of what the program produces. But I want to know, what do you want from us as alum, as staff, as faculty, as students, to help you get where I know you want to be?
Well, I think our motto this year is standards over feelings. Standard over feelings. Like, we don't become who we are without you guys. You guys are the 6th man for us. We need you guys at the games. We need you supporting women's basketball. I don't think it's a better time to do that unless you guys become part of this movement. South Carolina is not South Carolina without the fans. UConn is not UConn without the fans. Tennessee is not Tennessee without the fan. And I played for the great C. Vivian Stringer Rutgers, and Iowa was not the people without the fans. The fans is what the kids love. The fans is what NIL love to see. It's the people that we able to touch. So for us, everybody that's on this line, they get an opportunity to see us and get to know us. We want to know you guys as my staff, myself. We want to get out there and get to know you guys because you guys matter. You know, I think Texas A&M had the 12th man or the 6th man. You are our 6th man. We don't get where we need to be without you guys. So if you ask me what I need from you guys, I need your support. I need your community in the sense of when my kids graduate from here, I can sell. We put our kids in position to be successful. It's not about these next 4 years, but the next 40. So for me, it's a family thing, but at the same time, let's prepare these people and get them right to where they be. So it's not just coming to the game supporting, but let's create avenues and internships for these young ladies so they can become and turn around, be great alumnus so they can give back. Because I think that I've seen it, I know what it looks like, and I think the national treasure is truly a treasure when we tap into each other's lives.
Ronnie, you got 1 minute. Give us a question.
First of all, Coach, I know that you come from a reservoir of great talent. C. Vivian Stringer, Rutgers University, CIAA. What are you going to bring to us that all of those great individuals have brought to you, be it Virginia State, right here to Morgan State? Because what we do love is winners. But what is that one thing you're definitely bringing along in your journey at Morgan?
First and foremost, I'm gonna bring God with me. I mean, if I got Him, I'm gonna be all right. So that's what I'm gonna bring. And second, you're gonna know it's for our defense. You're gonna enjoy watching it.
Frank.
All right. Hi, Coach. How you doing?
How you doing?
The one question I wanted to ask you is, what young lady, since you've been on the Morgan State campus, has exuded that behavior of that standards over feelings and has really exemplified that since you've been on campus?
I think the fact they come to work every day. I think all young ladies, every last young lady right now, have provided that, right? And if I was to pull somebody, I'd be like, "Coach, so you talking about her? Why you talk about me?" So I think the fact that they show up every day and they deliver and be the best version of themselves on and off the court is what matters. And I just want to say thank you and thank y'all for welcoming me. I am so humbled and so thankful. But I also need you guys to pour in. The landscape is changing, and people don't understand that collectives, NIL matter. If you want talent, you gotta is a different time. So all the stuff that you guys are doing, this is an amazing telethon for you guys to do this for us because we need it. Athletic need it because the game is changing. So I just want to say, you guys, thank you so much. Thank you.
Lamont, Ronnie, Frank, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for coming on. I got to move on at this particular time.
All right.
It's the Frankie Darcell show.
Coach, you stay there.
I still stay on?
Coming up,
man. You stay on.
Okay, you got me.
God bless you guys. Thank you.
Guys, it was a pleasure meeting you guys.
All righty.
They weren't too bad. They weren't too bad. So at this time, I had to, those bully guys, we got them off. Now I got a Hall of Famer on here, a woman basketball Hall of Fame on here, Frankie Darcell. I'm not sure. Have you met Frankie yet?
I heard of Miss Darcell. Everybody talked about Darcell. Darcell is a classic, but you haven't heard that? It's a classic. She's a classic.
That's right. I love it.
Coach, welcome to the National Treasure.
Thank you.
I know your background. I know your commitment. I know your skill and your talent. And I am so super excited to open the doors of Hill Fieldhouse and welcome you into a legacy that will take us to the very next level. And I am glad to be here as a supporter of you and those Lady Bears who come behind me and wish you nothing but the absolute success. And just know that I am one of those that will be there with you along this journey.
Ms. Darcell, I would love for you to be one of our guest coaches. Okay, Frankie. Okay, Ms. Frankie, I would love for you to be one of our guest coaches, and I would love for you to be part of our family.
Girl, you ain't saying nothing about a thing. You want me to come in there and coach? You listen, okay, and I'll bring my own shoes. I will bring my own shoes. Plus, listen, Glenny, I know that Ronnie Duncan and Lamont were trying to steal time. You know you've got to give Ronnie Duncan a couple of extra minutes. You can't give Ronnie Duncan 10 minutes. You got to give him 25 minutes or his own show. But those are two guys, talking about communications, came out of the communications department, Dr. Kennedy. Dr. You know, and you know, the amazing folk in that department, and doing what I do now, 40 years later. You know, I did want to display this. This is 40 years old this year. It is my degree from the great Morgan State University. My sister, who went to Morgan, and the reason I decided to go to Morgan with the number of offers that I did have, I did not get an offer from Morgan. I was a walk-on. Yeah, my track coach sent Coach Lou Fields at the time a letter. I had no idea until graduation that he sent that letter and said, hey, give her a shot. She's a good kid. And I caught the bus, Glenny, from Morgan State to West Baltimore, 2 blocks from Coppin, every day for 60 days because I didn't have a dormitory room. Sandy Wissenot, God rest her soul, one of the baddest, most aggressive power forwards that played at Morgan State University, said, come stay with me.
Wow.
Sandy and I remained best friends until we laid her to rest.
So Frankie, stay right there. Stay right there, Frankie. Knowing your struggle there, and just your testimony alone, that speaks volumes to the viewers watching right now. We're here because this is a virtual telethon and we're raising money. So what's the importance in your mind to giving back to these student athletes?
You know, first of all, it's been said that service is the price you pay for the space you occupy. Giving back is the price you pay for the space that we occupy at Cold Spring and Helen Lane. I am the person I am today, Glenny. I am the professional I am today. I have navigated my way through life and a very blessed career because of what I learned on the campus of Morgan State University. I would be remiss if I did not say the reason I'm in the position I'm in today is because the lessons I learned on that campus and the character and integrity that I learned from Coach LaRue Fields. And what a blessing for her to be inducted 2 years ago and for me to be able to put on her jacket. 40 years later, one of the winningest teams over a 3-year period, when Coach, they didn't have a national championship for women when we played in 78, 79. So we played in the AIAW. And let me just tell you, talking about Coach Stringer, we couldn't beat Cheney State for nothing. They were the only ones that could come in the Hillfield House and take us down. That place would be rocking. But great respect for them. And just last year at the HBCU 76ers game, I had an opportunity to meet one of those players that won the national championship at Cheney State University, where when they played in the Final Four, they didn't even put the girls' names on the front of the program. That's where we come from. They are the only male or female HBCU team to play in the Final Four. And they did their thing, right, Coach? They did their thing. And I would say
Bernard
to you,
Delaney, you're talking about Yolanda Delaney, Deborah
there you
Walker.
go. That's right.
You're talking about some of the good Karen Drawns.
That's right.
And the thing is, the wonderful thing, like the sisterhood, this thing is a real sisterhood. So when we talk about you, it's like I want your sisterhood to continue with the young ladies we have today. So
Absolutely.
I'm reaching out to all the former players. You know, the door is open. And
that's what I was going to say,
I
Frankie.
need that with you, and I need to start with you.
That's what I was going to say, Frankie. How can we do that, Frankie? That's what I wanted to ask you when you were talking. How can we get the other eras involved and not just come to the game where you guys sit behind the bench, you know, talk to the coach, talk to the players? How can we get that again?
So you know, I do radio and a talk show host, and I keep it 100. But I will say this: I am glad to know that we have a coach now who is heading up this team that has that vision to know that that is important. First of all, don't bring somebody to the dance and then don't bring somebody to the party and then dance with somebody else. One, the coach had to have that vision, and I believe that Coach DeMond has that vision. I will absolutely reach out to the women. We get together every year. And we fellowship together, or sistership, I should say, and we come to homecoming. And I will make sure that we stop by the gym as we always did. But I think you needed to have a voice. The fact that the coach is extending her hand to say, Frankie, we want you involved. That's all you need. Sometimes, Glenny, you just have to ask. You just have to feel like people want you in their space. And I don't want the coach. Listen, I'm glad you record this, Glenn. Because I don't want the coach to say, here comes Frankie once again. Here she comes.
No, but
That's
I think
I'm there.
it's
and I will
important.
be coming with the check as well. Now, I heard the guys earlier say that they will putting out a $10 call. I'm putting out a $20 call.
Amen.
To all the women that played any level of sports at Morgan, whether it was track and field, whether it was softball, whether it was tennis, I'm putting out that call to the Lady Bears. They called the Lady Bears today because of the 79 Lady Bears basketball team. We used to be called the Bearettes. We're like, no, we're too cute to be called the Bearettes. We Lady Bears. So we are the Lady Bears today because June Walton, who is also in the Hall of Fame, decided, Coach, we needed to change that name. And now the women's teams at Morgan State University are called Lady Bears. So I am there. I think we just needed to have someone with a vision, someone who understood that commitment, that the legacy matters, and that these women that I know and the others who are doing so well in life in many, many, many capacities would be more than happy to pour into those young women that have come behind us. So we just needed a leader that had that vision, and I'm here to follow you, Coach.
Well, thank you. Just give us the information. We're going to be together. Let's do something special. Continue the legacy together.
We'll be there soon. The season will be here before you know it.
It's here.
And Frankie may be able to play a quarter or two. You never know. She may be able to play a quarter or two.
No, I look cute on the sidelines. I wish I could.
And God bless you.
At least I'll do like a shootout or something like that. But getting me to run up and down, that's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna keep it 100.
Frankie, thank you so much, Frankie.
You're so welcome. Congratulations again to you, Coach. And I will see you shortly. We have each other's information, and whatever it is that you need, I'll start like tomorrow. Starting to reach out to people. And you just because last thing, Glenny, there is an alumni game on Thursday, homecoming week. Yes or no? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I'm trying to put something together.
I'll find out.
Very good. Post it, Glenny, or send it to me, and I can send it out to everybody to share, and we go from there. If not, yes, you can not call me Miss. Call me Frankie.
Miss Frankie. Frankie, can you come to practice that homecoming weekend and speak to the girls? I would like to. I will.
Okay. I will, and just text me what time you guys are going to be there, and I'm there.
Okay. Thank you.
God bless you guys.
Congratulations, Coach. Great job, Glenny.
Thank you.
All right, Coach. We appreciate it here.
Okay. Well, I'm done.
You're done. You're off the hook for the moment. For the moment.
Well, thank you.
Any last words?
No, I just look forward to it. Thank you for welcoming me with arms and just looking forward to it. You know, you're gonna get the best. You know, we're not gonna promise you anything. We're just gonna show you. I think that's the best way to show you.
One of the biggest things that I saw on your resume, I mean, defense. That's not preached enough, and you bring that to Morgan, and I love it.
All right, thank you so very much. Thank you. Have a good night.
Well, I tell you, when I hear dogs in the background, I know who it is. Hey, Paul, I missed that, man.
Wow. Hey, just trying to say hello to everybody.
Man, I missed that so much, man. And you know, what's your thoughts, man? Just here we go with the telethon again. Always student athletes at need. Always have guys like us, you know, willing to help out. What are your thoughts this year as far as the 5th annual virtual telethon?
You know, Glenny, I think it's really all about continuing to add to those building blocks. If you go back to when we first started the telethon, and the ability was more to get some awareness out, to get some conversations going, and we raised a little bit of money that year. And then every year since, we've just been driving the broad communication model around what it means to give back to this university and to the athletic program. And then the impact that we as booster members could have on the programs themselves, right? So being this year is yet another milestone. And I'm so happy and pleased that this is continuing. The need for us to, as alumni and former athletes, to be able to give into a process and a capability that ensures our young athletes are able to receive the things that allow them to compete at their best or highest levels. It's just amazing, right? And if anything ought to drive us in giving is knowing the impact. As you and I have talked, the biggest thing is we don't give to get something, we give to impact something. And for everything that we do in life, our giving is driven to impact the lives of our young athletes on campus. And if that doesn't drive you, I don't know what will, right? Because every nickel, dime, dollar, $10, $50, 100,000, whatever the case may be, it goes into impacting the lives of young athletes. And they can then have the things that they need to be able to perform at the highest level. And of course, add to that, right? Jumping in the stands and then cheering these young athletes on. There's the giving of the dollars and then there's giving of your time.
Yeah.
You put both of those things together, we have a winning combination.
Yes, indeed. Go back to your days real quick. And I'm not going to say that's a long time ago. But young Paul, what was some of your needs at the time?
You know, it's so funny. Frankie Darcell talked about 40 years, and I had to go on my 10 fingers. And I thought about when I graduated from college in '85. So this year is 40 years.
Woo.
I didn't think about it. Right?
I'm 40 years old. I'm 40 years old, Paul.
So I didn't think about it, right? So so back in the day when we were playing,
Paul, I got about a minute and a half.
Sure.
Hey, Paul, can you also come back for the Bo Rose part?
You know what? I have some challenges around that. I'm
okay, go ahead. All right, go ahead. Okay.
It's kind of up in the air. But net, when we were playing, we didn't have much. I mean, we had the basics, and we acted like we didn't have, right? We didn't know that we were, sometimes we didn't know we were poor, right? But we worked with what we had. But, as I saw my kids have grown up through their lives and my son has grown up through his football career, then looking at what other universities have at the FCS level, then I realized how much we didn't have.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Right. And then you start asking the question, what if? What could have been if we had these certain things? And as a donor to the Grizzly Booster Club, that's what drives me now, because I see the impact of having donations and dollars into a football program, how that impacts the capability of these young athletes in their field of endeavor. So we've got to do that. We've got to reach in and give back and make sure that these kids can have what they need. We have quality coaches on campus. The infrastructure in terms of leadership is extremely strong. Now we have to have physical infrastructure. Coach Wilson talked about it in terms of when you're trying to recruit the top talent to come to the university for football, there are some things that young talent wants to see. And if we don't have that at Morgan, it becomes a little difficult to recruit that top athlete, right? So here's our opportunity. How about we just give money into the programs so that we can build the infrastructure that could lock in that talent. Morgan's history is the starting point. The physical infrastructure is the landing point of getting that kid to come to the university. So we have to stand up and give strong, and make sure that Dina and the organization can build the infrastructure that enables our young athletes to perform at their best.
Paul, I don't know if you know about basketball, but we have the head basketball coach on now, Kevin Brodus. You have any questions for Coach Brodus before you get out of here?
Well, not a question, Coach, but I want to thank you for everything that you've done. I've been watching the program for several years and making some strides every year on year. So just looking forward to having a fantastic basketball season this year.
Appreciate you, Paul. You couldn't have said it no better. The part that resonates the most that you said, it's not just about giving, it's about giving your time too. We need to have more people in the seats supporting all the sport programs, but the money helps. It helps, but I appreciate everything you've said. And, it's like Glenny has done over the last few years. He has brought this platform together, and it helps. Every little bit helps. And, we got to know who we are, first and foremost, especially the platform we play on. And we compete. We're competing. Now for us, it's just winning. It's no excuses. We're not – I'm not going to sit here and say money is the reason, because it's not the reason. If we got the will, we got the way. We got to have the way. But it helps. Like Big John used to always say, who I worked with at Georgetown, he says, if buildings were the sole reason of winning championships, everyone would have championships. The way to win championships is to support each and every program. I'm not just talking about men's basketball, because we're going to get fans. I mean, you got volleyball, softball, women's basketball, all the other sports. And Coach Wilson and I are the face of the athletic program. We lead the drum. We got to win. It's a simple equation. We got to win. With this platform and this thing that you put together, Glenny, is a great thing to help us. It's not going to make us, but it's going to help us. And, let's not be naive to this. I mean, everything helps. But service helps more than anything, because with you guys backing, doing stuff like this, raising the awareness, and, we got good leadership, starting with the top with Dr. Wilson, Dina, Freeman Patton, all the leadership is there. Now it's on us, just to turn the corner. For us, we just got to get over the wall.
So, Coach, you've been to other universities, high-level universities. Is there anything that we can do better? You kind of spoke on it, but you've experienced it all pretty much in your career and seen it all. Even the fanfare from the boosters from other schools. Is there anything that come to mind for us, the fans and alumni that are watching you right now, that we can do better?
This the thing, and I remember we went to the Final Four at Georgetown in 2007, I think it was. It took a mission student. It made them work so much, some of those people couldn't take it. It's on us. What y'all can do is put the awareness out there. Have people sit in the stands. That's the main thing. Football has a beautiful stadium. We have a beautiful arena. Getting people to come out, yes, ask them for $1 here, $1 there. That's great, but give your time. These young folks need to see faces. Don't just come out to homecoming. Don't just come out to the Coppin game, or it's you guys are doing your part. We got to do our part too. We got to win, but just get the people to come out and put love on these kids. Just if you stand up and clap your hand, it's a world of difference than when there's nobody in the arena. It's a world of difference, but that's the biggest thing to support. People, alumni are supposed to bleed the orange and blue. They're supposed to bleed it. Come back and support. That's it. I mean, that's the main thing. Come back. You got a lot of people in Baltimore. Just got to make a little time. That's it.
Jason, before we let Coach go, you got a question for Coach Brodus?
No, I just again want to thank Coach, for all that he's done, and I get to sit close and personal. I make sure I'm sitting right on the court, and it's as he said, it's important to come out and support, and not just the home games, but also away games as well. So it means a lot to the players when they see that blue and orange in the stands, especially when it's at the visitor site. So I know that's everyone can do their part in that regard.
I think, Coach DeMond said something that made me think, you guys got to come back and tell your stories, which you didn't have. See, they have way more than what we had in college, especially at an HBCU. You got to tell them. I remember some guys talking about, man, I lived in so-and-so and so-and-so. It was 3 in a room. These guys got single rooms, they got appreciate what they have more so asking for more, because you got to give to receive in this world. But I appreciate all that y'all do, man. This is a beautiful thing, especially from a great university like this, and having young Black professionals giving their time, asking for money, giving money. I mean, that's big. And yeah, we can look at what they call them, PWIs. I've been there, you know. It's the same. It's not a lot of difference. It's just more people. That's the thing. We're getting there with 11,000 students. You have, as you push out more graduates, that's being, you know, productive in life. You ask them, the younger ones are the ones you got to, you know, now cut into to get money, because sometimes, like Paul probably is on his way to retirement. You know, it's hard giving when you're retiring, you know, your hard-earned money, but we got to get these young professionals that just left, that had good experiences.
Paul, you'll try to come back on the back end? Because I'm kind of overloaded. I'm overloaded. Try to come back like we usually do on the back end.
All right, I'll drop out.
Coach, any final words before moving on? Again, I like what you said, and I keep saying it as well. It's about awareness too. You know, they need to know what we're doing or what our needs are. And this communication right here is allowing them, our alumni as well as the Baltimore community, know, hey, we need support. We need y'all love. We need y'all in the seats. Any closing words before you go, Coach?
Just get on board now before it's, you know, it's never too late, but get on board. We, you know, a lot of times people come in the end when the product has gotten really, really good. I mean, we scratch and fight. We come to work every day and put in a hard-earned effort. You can ask my staff, and at some point, it's going to click. And I think this time for us, it's going to click.
Coach, thank you for taking out your time, man. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
All right. Greg, I see you in the waiting room. Greg, I'm gonna have to kick you out the studio. Come back in about 20 minutes. I'm gonna have to remove you from the studio. Come back in about 20 minutes. Jason, we talk a lot of football. Jason, we talk a lot of basketball. We don't never talk about the cheerleaders. We don't never talk about the cheerleaders. Yeah. When you were out there dunking and shooting your jumpers, they were on the sideline working just as hard as you were. But we don't celebrate them. And absolutely. I make sure every year that I bring them on as well. So we want to salute Shelly. And she just cut herself off.
No, she can't get in. She said she was kicked out.
Have some technical difficulties.
Having technical difficulties.
Yeah. No, Glenny, you are absolutely right. I mean, that has been a constant with our amazing cheerleaders. You know, I back in the day, we used to take the bus together. It was to be the cheerleaders and the men's team, right? So, you know, we were in it together. But I mean, they are always there supporting, upbeat, you know, getting the crowd involved. So, you know, I'm used to seeing the whole crew, and they have such a great camaraderie. They come back and support each other. They are an excellent model for how to, you know, connect, you know, from year to year, because they come back here along the, you know, the current cheerleaders. They have like a good sisterhood. So they definitely are a great model. I think they have the most cohesiveness than any group, and they work hard. I mean, they always are ready, prepared, and they are athletes just like we are. And
cheerleaders are athletes too. I was getting ready to say that.
That's it. Right.
You know, they forget about us. All our hard work. We put in just as much time. All our hard work.
Yeah.
But to be quite frank, Kendra, you and Shelly and all your era really should be kind of jealous of what's going on now. This seems like the cheerleaders, they got extra uniforms.
Of course.
All that
Not
stuff.
really jealous. I think we kind of paved the way. You know, I think Morgan as a whole, when we come back, and yes, they got uniforms and they have dance coaches and they got coaches. They got weight training, and yeah, we were trying to just make sure we stayed in shape and running. And now they got coaches, nutrition, everything. you know.
So we know how football players start out with the little league. We know how basketball start out. How does cheerleaders? Does it start out where little league cheerleading? Does it start on the playground? Just describe where you guys' career started early on.
We started early on, just like you have the all-star teams, the little leagues. We were cheering back, and when we were age 8, age 7, taking gymnastics classes back then. She said 5, yep. Taking gymnastics classes back then, and as we moved on, taking dance classes and combining it all together back in cheerleading. I think I cheered in all-star, then high school, and also danced as well. So I tried to come back to Morgan and said I was going to dance, but then the cheerleaders pulled me back in and I ended up cheering and dancing. So you never leave it. It's in your heart.
Shelley, where did you start this cheerleading thing?
Oh God. Well, I started dancing at 2, gymnastics at 4, cheerleading at 5. They all go hand in hand.
Let me ask you this. We're gonna go in. Me and Jason get ready to go in. Jason has to have mental toughness. Let's say at the end of a game, he has to be wise at certain points. What strategically you guys got to do as cheerleaders in your game plan when you're all about to cheer? Is there any strategies or anything you got to prepare for?
No, I mean, but you got to prepare for if they lose. Because you still got to be.
We have to prepare. We do. I mean, we have to stretch, the same thing. We have to get our bodies in shape. We have to be ready mentally. You know, yeah, she's right. When you all start losing, that means we got to work harder. We got to keep people in the stands. You know, it's always good when you're winning. You know, everybody's cheering, everybody's out there. But when you're not, then we got to keep the morale going. We got to keep the game going. We got to keep it interesting. Make sure people don't leave. So we had to bring on our own show.
And you all definitely did. Because I mean, we did have our ups and downs, but you always were positive, and that was motivating not just to the fans but to us as well.
Oh yeah.
So look, I'm gonna give both of you 30 seconds apiece because I got some big wrestlers in the waiting room and they threatening me in the background. Right?
We're good.
Yeah, they threaten me. So 30 seconds apiece, just the importance. Shelley, you on the ground, you're at Morgan a lot, probably more than Kendra. But what can we do to support this generation of Morgan State student athletes? In your mind, Shelley, give me 30 seconds. Kendra, you've been there, done that. In your mind, what does it mean to give back to these student athletes?
Yeah, it is very important because I think Coach Broda said the staple of athletics is typically the generating football and basketball team. So it's like, in cheerleading, they never used to consider cheerleading a sport. It was an activity. But now, we are under NCAA guidelines as well. So it is considered a sport. And we have a lot more injuries than anybody else. So you got to tend to, still provide financial support to. Now people want to keep calling me. Okay. They want to, we got to provide support for all the athletic teams, not just the football and basketball teams that, generate a lot of the money.
Kendra?
I'll piggyback on what she said. She's right. It's about giving. It's about continuing to give, and you've seen it grow. And the only way it's going to stabilize and continue to grow is to give. I mean, the cheerleaders now, they got 4 different squads and everything else, uniforms and coaches and trainers, but they are athletes, like she said. And so giving always makes sure that they're covered. It always makes sure that they can continue to excel with the rest of the program.
All right, so real quick, we have, and this worked out this way. Jason, you always end up my co-host somehow. But look, I don't know how this worked out this way, but I'm going to share this with Kendra and Shelley. Y'all sharing this moment. We have the new acrobatics and tumbling coach on at this time, Jana Simpkins. I don't know how it worked out that way, but it did. Oh, she cut off.
She cut off.
All right. So I got to move forward. Jason, I'm gonna have to call on you again, my brother.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you for answering my call. Shelly, this is your first time. You got to do it again, all right?
You know I love to talk.
All right, we got you.
All right, I got to move on. These wrestlers are threatening me right now.
Thank you,
Glenny. All right, thanks so much.
Hold tight. Hold tight.
Great to see you, Shelly and Jason.
Jana, can you hear us?
I can hear you now. I'm not sure what happened. I'm going to plug you guys in. Really quick, hold on.
So, Gina, while you're doing that, we just want to welcome you to Morgan State University.
Thank you so much.
I think you're just official. We just saw the announcement that they brought you on. We only got a couple minutes, but just share with the Morgan community, the Baltimore community, what imprint are you planning to make at Morgan State University for our acrobatic and tumbling team?
My goal really is to show the girls what they're capable of. Because one, they don't have confidence, what I saw in themselves, because I've already judged them before. So if they knew what they had, I think they would present themselves differently. So I want them to present themselves as the best team, not just the best black team. Just the best team. They know we're HBCU, but sometimes we emphasize that so much that they think they're getting judged against that. So we're going to walk in as the Morgan State University acro and tumbling team, not the black team. So my goal is to, one, feel the stands, two, give them a sense of what it's like to have confidence in yourself, in your school, in what you do, and have pride in what you do, and also fill the stands. I keep telling people, you don't know 5 people, because I've judged their meet, and there was nobody, hardly anybody in the stands. I'm thinking 5 people who like you and know you should be able to show up for you and clap for you, even if it's just 5 minutes. I will go out to the basketball team, the football team. I'm going to ask them, how come you're not coming? So they don't know me yet, but everybody should support everybody. I'll go to the football games. I'll go to the basketball games. I'll go to volleyball if I can, right? But I think once that unity happens, they're going to feel good about themselves, and that's how they can win. They're really good. They just don't know they're good yet. So my goal is to show them what they're capable of and take it to a different level and get some people out there. What if we won the national championships first year?
Hey.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. Big expectations.
Yeah.
Well, again, we welcome you.
They're capable. They have the skills. They're just not super duper duper. They don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And so once they know they're good, you perform like they're good.
Well, these are 2 cheerleaders that you're looking at, Kendra Bruce and Shelly Williams. They were cheerleaders in the early 60s. They were in the 60s and 70s. No, I'm sorry.
Really? You want to make us that old?
I'm sorry.
Unless you were playing football back in the early 60s.
I'll say back in the day. They were back in the day.
Why you make us that old? She said,
No. We all are going to be there to support you. We will be there for you, Coach Simpkins. Thank you for coming on. We got to move on to the next guest. Kendra and Shelly, we're going to do this again. Thank you so much, all right?
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Nice meeting everybody, too.
Nice meeting you.
Yes. I'll be there tomorrow.
I'll be down there this weekend.
Yeah.
All right, girls. There y'all go with that talking. Okay, we got to go.
That was good.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. I didn't know she was going to pop up at that time, but that was beautiful. Now I got some wrestlers on here. We could talk some tough stuff. Yeah. First of all, Coach Kenny, just day one, man. Day one. I just like what you bring to the table, man. Your confidence, your boldness. I got one more wrestler you guys may know. Y'all know this guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
JD.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, John?
All right.
Am I on mute?
No, you good. You good.
I heard you.
Okay. I can't hear myself.
Coach, what I want to do, I don't have a whole bunch of time. I don't have a bunch of time at all because I got a lot of people in the waiting room.
Cheerleaders took up.
Could you just
Cheerleaders
break?
took all the time.
Yeah, I know. Can you just break
Make
the
it tough.
schedule down for us and let everybody know about this schedule we're looking at and you're looking at? They released the schedule. What you're looking forward to? What do you see on this schedule that's interesting? And what are you looking forward to?
Well, first of all, Glenny, great. Thanks for having me on, man. You know, happy to be here. Glad to see what you guys are doing, what you're doing. But this is last year's schedule, so I
Is
can't.
it?
I can't.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
24, 25.
24-25.
Well, go ahead. You can
We
speak
gotta.
on. Go ahead. I'll find it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, we got an incredible schedule. Starting out, we got probably we got three Big Ten teams that we're hitting this year. Got Purdue coming to Morgan. Got Maryland coming to Morgan. We hit
Whoa.
Nebraska in our first tournament of the year down in Navy. Got a tournament hitting Nebraska. So got a great schedule, man. Great schedule, and I think it's a little tougher this year. People say, man, their first year was a pretty tough schedule, but this year is a little tougher. But we're tougher. You know, my team is tougher. This is probably the best team that this is our third season, and it's definitely our best team. You know, of course, you know the guys that we brought in that first year were freshmen. Now they're juniors, right? So they got some lumps on their head a little bit, right? And so now they understand the system. They can understand what I'm looking for as a coach. Kind of know my coaching style, so you can kind of see it, you know, in their confidence and the way they walk and the way they present themselves on campus. You know, they're not newbies, right? So they feel good about being on campus now, and they know what their expectations are, and so they're working hard. Man, the guys we hadn't even started practice yet, but them guys, every time I pass the room, somebody's in there working, right? And so that's always exciting to see when they're working when I don't have to tell them to work, right? You know, so my goal over the summer is, man, you guys don't stop working. You know,
So
this
Mike,
sport is changing.
so we have Dr. Mike Lyons, Hall of Fame wrestler. When you hear that schedule, Mike, think about the schedule that you had back in the day, because he's talking about these top tier teams coming to Morgan. What comes to your mind when you hear that schedule?
Yeah, that's a tough schedule, particularly when you bring in the Big Ten teams. At Morgan, when I was there back in '76, we did have a couple of those Big Ten teams. Rutgers was one of them, and we wrestled against the University of Maryland. Did very well, actually. And then I started to think about Coach Monday definitely going to have the talent to compete against Nebraska. They got two national champions on their team returning this year.
Right.
And so I think about, you know, what type of athletes are we bringing into Morgan to compete at that level? Bucky Smith was a good example from Mount Vernon. When I was in back in '76, we brought in about 4 or 5 guys from Mount Vernon, and they were competitive. They were very tough. Now remember, we were Division II. Bucky won Division I. Division II, went up to Division I, qualified, and placed second. And so those are kind of athletes I believe Coach Monday is going to be bringing in. And then to have a coach like Coach Monday to be the coach at Morgan speaks volume.
Interesting story. You talk about Bucky Smith, the year he got second. You know, I was already signed to go to Oklahoma State. And so I was at the tournament. And the guy that he had in the finals, Ricky Stewart, was from Oklahoma State. And so I knew Ricky. I knew he was going to be my teammate going back, you know, the next couple of years. And so I know I was excited that Ricky got in the finals. But then when I saw Bucky in the finals, I'm like, man, he got a kid from Morgan State in the finals, right? And so I was excited about that because I had met Coach Phil. And so I knew him and met John. And so I knew John. But it was exciting to see Morgan State in the finals that year.
Well, before I get to you, John, just want to ask this. When you mentioned the schedule, you mentioned we're talking about donations tonight. We're talking about supporting the teams and all. What would donations do for the wrestling program? How would donations help you guys? It's a program that's in its third year. Is it the third year?
Third season.
Third year. How could donation, these two guys I'm looking at now, I respect because I've always saw them on the donors list. They're always on the donors list and consistently. And what can we do to motivate the Morgan family as well as the Baltimore community to give back?
Yeah, man, I think just getting behind the program, just like I've heard, Coach Brodus talk about being in the stands, just supporting the guys, being there. That's probably more important, than the money. I mean, well, I'd say it's more important, but it is just as important as the dollars coming in to supporting the team. The game has changed. The game has changed now. So now you got, we're allowed 30 athletes. We're tapped out at 30, so you can't have more than 30 kids on your team, but we don't have the restrictions of the 9.9 scholarship. So now we've got as many as we can afford, right? And so my goal is to build that foundation up where we can recruit more kids. And now the game has changed where the portal's open, so kids are getting in the portal and transferring. I got 3 kids on my team that I got out of the portal. Got a kid this last year, and I know you probably asked about the kids we're bringing in this year, but got a kid from Ohio, 2-time state champion out of Ohio, coming in from Cal, transferred, really, really tough kid. I'm excited about him, but those monies will really help support our program, so we, we can get a better athlete into on our team.
What resonate with me, you said, so we can afford. So that goes back to us again, giving back. JD, put it in perspective. You wrestle. You're a Hall of Famer. Just put this in perspective because we talk basketball a lot, football a lot. As I saluted the cheerleaders, we have a wrestling program now. What can we do better?
Like Coach Money just stated, the whole goal is support. And I'll tell you, it's one thing about support at home matches. As he just stated, he's got Nebraska coming in, University of Maryland. And I tell you, I think Mike was at that match last year when Morgan wrestled University of Maryland on their home turf. Having fans in the stands on someone else's turf is very, very good. And we had a couple of guys that actually went up against All-Americans or ranked guys last year at Maryland and had some very good matches. Our one guy who now is dueling, who actually did a great job and also was accepted to the NCAA tournament last year. So Morgan got his first wrestling to the NCAA tournament. So that kind of support you get, man, when your fans are there, your family's there, and also the alumni. Glenny was there last year a couple of times filming and posting right on to the Grizzly Booster Club Facebook site. So that gives you acknowledgement and awareness so that the fans and also the student body, when we was in school, when I was in school, man, I challenged my student body, my friends. Absolutely. It was almost to a point they couldn't walk across campus and didn't come to a match the other night. Right. It was that serious. But also, man, it's just the leadership as what Kenny is doing and what he's done so far. So I think, you bring it into perspective, Glenny, it's all about the financial support. One, good thing that they did get a good, donation from a major contributor to get the program started. But now it's about moving forward and getting more donations coming earmarked to wrestling. Currently, right now, they have the Bears Wrestling Club. So you could go online and donate to the Bear Wrestling Club to continue to help those athletes, not just during the season. During the season is a long year. But in postseason, out of season, they get a chance to go to, camps, clinics, and then also wrestle outside the, the college level. So that's what gets them better coming into the next season. So you don't lose that edge.
Yeah, wrestling is a year-round sport. It's a year-round sport, man. So these guys are competing. And the thing is, I mean, we're looking. We don't want to compete. We want to be competitive. We want to be competitive. We want to knock off some of these teams, and we can. I mean, we just got to keep building and keep working. But yeah, we want to be competitive. We don't want to just compete. We want to be competitive.
And also,
what John was saying, it's important that we give back to the wrestling program or give back to Morgan State athletics. And here's the reason why. Morgan's going to get to the level where we're going to need a training program, just like Oklahoma, Iowa, where when our students graduate and they want to compete at the World, Olympic, or, just at that level, they have a training facility at Morgan where they can come back and train and get paid to train at Morgan. So donation is very important. That even alumni, guys who graduate from Morgan Russell, they need to give back to the university so we can establish a training program here at Morgan. Do something like that would be phenomenal.
And also to dovetail on that, we're talking about NIL and those things. Hey, just think about it. I think it was Iowa gave a wrestler to transfer to their university $500,000 for a wrestler for NIL deal.
They gave the freshman $3 million.
Yeah. So when you start,
different game, man. It's a different game out there now.
It is a different game, but the whole goal is we can't shy away from going after those athletes, regardless of what the portal is. I can't worry too much about what we don't have and what we do have. You know what? When it comes down to it, the guy across the mat, he don't care about that money. He cares about tearing into your hind parts and trying to win a national championship. Yeah. So, we have to be on that level. So when Coach Monday meet up against that talent, he don't have to shy away from those guys. Just to have the support to know you got the backing, so that if I got this athlete I'm going after, I know I got a backing that's help donate and raise funds so I can get the best athlete in that orange and blue singlet on the mat.
Coach Z, can you relate to any of this that Coach Monday is talking about? We're talking about money. We're talking about NIL. We're talking about all these things. Volleyball. Can you relate to any of this at all?
Yeah, of course, I think, now in the across the whole country with Division I, Division II, and NIL being a branding and trying to sponsor and just give opportunities. We've been very fortunate that some of the donated dollars to not only, Miss Dina's fund has been able to help some of our players go internationally and compete on an international scale. We sent Michaela Esparza over to Botswana, where she was able to compete and win gold. So, it's something that enhances their experience at Morgan. They say that we can still provide a worldly experience, a competitive experience outside of just the competitive season. And so those are opportunities that Morgan goes on the map. Those are opportunities that Morgan Athletics is able to compete, even if we don't have all of the funds there. But giving one person that opportunity is more than, where we started.
Certainly. Go ahead, JD.
No, I was going to state, and I talk about the guy that made the donation to Morgan Wrestling. What you got to remember is once someone make a donation, it becomes a declining balance. So you have to have systems in place that you constantly have those small donors who donate consistently year after year, because that one major donor, hey, he's going to come once, and you got to try to find that next bag. But when you have a collective group like we have that is actually challenging our friends, our alumni, our former athletes, and also our families, and to come back and just donate as much as they can every single year, that's what keeps the ball rolling.
Wow. So you guys can relate in this particular area. The one thing that I see with volleyball and wrestling, I was able to make a few more wrestling matches than volleyball, but I'm disappointed in myself. And I think as alumni and fans, we all have failed in that area of support. We got to come out and support, not just donation wise, but come out to the matches and come out to the game. Coach Z, I've been hearing good things about your start, and you guys are on another level now. I really have. We've been hearing things about the volleyball team, and there's a great anticipation for the wrestling team. Coach Monday.
Yes.
Coach Z is a little younger than us, I believe. Is there any way that you can encourage her as a coach, as a young coach, at the level that she's on?
No, I mean I love what Coach Lee is doing, and I watch him. I watch her
He was
practices
there
sometimes.
today.
Yeah, yeah, and she knows I come in and I watch. I watch how they work, as a team. And that team is getting closer. That team is, can tell that they really, really love playing with each other, and that's the key. That's the key. Our job is just to encourage and coach them up and get them where they're graduating. My kids are now, they're freshmen, they're juniors, and they'll be graduating next year. And so
Yeah.
we're creating alumni, right? And I talk to these kids all the time about being strong alumni. You go out and do your thing and be successful, come back and support
Yeah.
the program. But yeah, she's doing a great job. I love watching them practice and watching them play. They're gonna have a good season this year, and it's exciting to watch them.
That's been the fun part, honestly. With Kenny, we came in generally around the same time,
Yeah.
and we see both programs as acro same. Like they're on the uprise. Football as well. I think that we're really at the turn where this is like year 3, chapter new, and able to just see a lot of what Morgan State athletics are turning the table to.
And I love what
Mike,
coach is doing because like she's creating an international program, right? And I'm kind of
mhm,
take cues from her. I got 2 international kids on the squad this year.
mhm,
And it's so funny. We got kids from Hungary,
Hungry.
and they went to
Yeah.
high school
mhm.
together, right?
Yep.
So it's
Wow,
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's
wow.
building an international program, and that's kind of what Dr. Wilson, that's his dream, and he wants to have a diverse university and an international program, and so that's kind of where we're following that lead.
So
Mm-hmm.
we also got Hall of Famer Tiffany Shanko on the call.
Yes.
Now, when you hear all this cross seas stuff, now you were back in what, the 90s when you played. What do you think about how it's just going to another level in volleyball?
Well, so I played the end of the 90s. 99 was my first year into the
We know you're still
2000s,
young. We know you're
just
still
to
young.
just
Go
to
ahead.
get it official.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
But I think it's amazing. I mean, I feel like volleyball in general, just the growth from the time frame of like me in high school to now, just even in the US has grown so much. Like it literally is the number one like girls high school sport. And so
Mm-hmm.
the numbers of girls that are wanting to play, and just I be having that versatility to be able to pull from more girls internationally within the country. I think it's a good thing.
Mhm,
It's definitely a growing sport though.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been really great to see Coach Z, like your energy.
mhm,
I'm not in Baltimore or in Maryland. I'm in the Charlotte area, so I don't get to come to games or
mhm,
see a lot of the people. But I see on social media the energy this season looks and feels really good.
mhm,
I'm rooting for you from
mhm,
afar. So
mhm.
I wish you guys the best of luck, but yeah, it is an exciting time for volleyball for sure.
So, Mike, any final words for Coach Monday, just for the alumni, the fans that are watching our wrestling program? Any final words?
Yeah, just we got to get people in the stands. So if you're not doing anything, just come out, support the wrestling program and the volleyball program. The other thing, Coach Monday, we might want to consider is you got a good wrestling program throughout the state of Maryland, particularly in Anne
Yep.
Arundel County, and you got the private schools. Maybe allow them to come and attend the wrestling matches free of charge. It'd be a great way of recruiting wrestlers, and they get the chance to see the facilities. So yeah, we just got to put some bodies in the stands.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was getting
Well,
ready to
that's
ask you.
it's my department. It's not my department. So we'll talk to the people about that. But
And I was going to ask you
we got
something
to
similar
win.
to that, JD. I
What's
was going
that?
to ask you something, just in the community as far as wrestling is concerned. You hear about, in Baltimore, boxing, of course, football and basketball, but wrestling, the exposure for young people. How can we do better with that?
Well, the one thing Coach Money is doing, actually, he's actually been getting around to the local high schools very consistent. I know that. I got some friends around that said that, he stopped in Mount St. Joe's, probably the best, one of the top wrestling programs in the country right there, Mount St. Joe's. That's right on, was that Frederick Avenue. So it's all about getting out there, communicating with those guys, working with those guys, inviting them to your room as much as you can without crossing the line. But you got to bring those high school teams into the gym, invite them out to your to the matches when they can, because it actually runs in the same time in the same season. But try to make sure you get those teams out there. The other thing is too, just remember this, man. One thing I like about donating, Glenny, I hate to keep going there, but I look at the investment that's been made over 4 years that's now playing in the NFL. So it makes me feel real good to know we saw that kid when he came in as a freshman, and 4 years of committing to the donations and continue to make that investment. Look at what our investment is doing right now.
That's awesome.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, Glenny, one of the
Yeah.
reasons I give back to Morgan, I'm so adamant, Coach Phil recruited me for football, but he put me on a wrestling scholarship. So I was doing both football and wrestling.
Oh no, he didn't do that.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, that was hush money, Mike.
and Phil took good care of me. And I think, I reflect back on it, I always wonder what would happen if I didn't go to Morgan. And so it opened up doors for me. And, with Lattimore was the football coach, he invited me to go down to North Carolina Central, and I became an assistant coach and got a master's degree. Just opened up doors. Then I went out to Berkeley, got a doctorate degree. And it goes back to Coach Phil. If Phil had not offered me that scholarship, I'm not sure where I would be today. So for me, it's important to give back to Morgan State. That's where I'm at today.
Guys, this is history for me. I'm just relishing in this because you have 1, 2, 3, and now 4 Hall of Famers, 1 Olympian, and 1 player coach of the year 2025-26 on the screen together. You hear that? We got 4 Hall of Famers, an Olympian, and coach of the year in the MEAC on at the same time. That's unbelievable. Mike, I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you so much. JD, hold tight. Coach, you got 20 seconds, Coach. Any final words?
Yeah, Glenn, I'm excited about the season. I'm excited about the team that we have building and the new kids we have coming in. I just want to reiterate what Coach Broder said earlier. Just knowing who we are, right? Having that Morgan pride and building that pride in our student athletes in the community. Getting out in the community more and more now and getting to know the city a little better. But yeah, I'm excited about all the teams. I remember going last year, went to the MEAC and watched the basketball team play. And so that was really exciting. We're in the stands for that. And so I try to get out to as many games as I can, right? Just to support, right? Because I know how hard it is to win. And so yeah, that's just what it is. We got to support each other and love each other. And yeah, man, I really excited about this season. And yeah, here's somebody going to talk about Coach Phil. But he's one of the reasons why I took this position, just to honor his legacy.
Wow. Coach, God bless you, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Glenny. Love what you guys are doing, man. Keep it up. Makes a difference.
Hall of Fame player Tiffany, do you have any encouraging words for Coach Z? Just starting out the season, they look so good right now, but it's a long season. Any encouraging words?
It is. I would just say keep the energy. Beginning of the season, take what you can to learn, keep improving and, coming strong towards the end. Let's get that championship.
That's gonna count.
Let's go. You guys got it. So,
Are they is this the correct schedule here?
Yes, it is.
So are you going Tiffany's route at some point this year? Where are you living now, Tiffany?
I live in the Charlotte North Carolina area. I technically live in South Carolina, but it's right. I'm about 3 minutes from Charlotte.
Yeah, right on the border. Actually, my family lives down there too.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
my
wow.
grandmother's out by the Matthews area. So.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Matthews all the time.
Yeah.
I work near Matthews.
So, Coach Z, looking at this schedule, what are you looking forward to on
Yeah.
this schedule?
I mean, we just had our first tournament. You know, again, I think it was a good start for us. We had our first solid win against Pine Bluff. Was a really tight match with Southern. Honestly, we should have taken it. But this weekend is pretty exciting. We get to have our home opening tournament against Quinnipiac, Stonehill, Kent State, all Friday and Saturday. And so that's, you know, that's how we got to kick it off, right? We talked about people supporting and coming out, and we want to make a splash with our home tournament, showing people what we got right away, and really trying to go in headstrong right in that first match at 12 o'clock. So, you know, we got a tough schedule this year. We continue to, you know, see some really challenging teams in the local area. And so we're bringing in Quinnipiac's ranked second in their conference. Kent State's in the middle of their conference there too. And Stonehill's a transition to a D1 school. So, you know, I think it'll be a really good turnout for us and competitive. And then, you know, as we go into the Battle of the Beltway, plays George Mason, Georgetown, GW. So again, we want to make sure that we're playing tough teams and really trying to become the team in the DMV. And so we can find players that are local talent that want to be here in the Baltimore area, want to be at Morgan, and show that Baltimore pride and be able to, you know, really showcase Morgan in the best competitive light.
Tiffany, you got a question for Coach Z and her season and her new volleyball players this year. You're a rookie on the telethon, so we're going to put you to work.
I know, right? So what do you feel like the team's strength is, and maybe something that you guys are working on?
Yeah.
This season.
So we've been a blocking team in the conference. So really our number one, number three middle blockers, Jada Williams, Aubrey Wilson, have been consistently at the top rank of our MEAC in blocks per set. And so we want to stay that way. We have a lot of good height right now. We added a freshman from the Florida area who is just like a monster block right now on the right side. And so that's been really fun to see. And so I think right now the big strength is blocking. And now, you know, we actually just got setter of the week for our freshman setter. And so that was the first time in 3 years that's happened for our first week, which has been pretty exciting. So again, like the trend is going upwards. I still think we have to work on the defensive game. I told the team my goal is to have one of them libs or DS players to be in the top 8. So, you know, I think for us, you know, we're working on the defensive game right now as well.
Okay. Coach, I got about 10 seconds, Coach Z. Any last words?
I mean, like I said, I think the support is really helpful. You know, seeing the orange and blue in the stands, getting people on our side. We want the hype. It's a very exciting sport and game. And, you know, again, I think this year our athletes are well deserving of the support and presence. We won't disappoint on the athletic end. And, you know, I think to get those wins, we need that extra boost of Morgan pride. And, you know, again, as far as the funds and being able to help support us financially, you know, we want to be able to continue to have travel trips like we did last weekend, going to Alabama A&M, seeing some SWAC teams, trying to go and travel to play teams that we don't normally see, and be able to travel like the Nebraskas and, you know, Ohio States, and be able to get to some of those programs where they can really enhance and show a different style. And we can showcase the HBCU SWAC. So, you know, I think we've had some MEAC competitors. Norfolk went to Florida, Howard's going, to Marquette and big level teams, and we want to be in that stage too. So to be able to support the transportation, be able to support our nutrition and fueling, helps our performance down the line. And so all those pieces really are appreciated.
Well, Coach C, hey, I know you're gonna have a great year, and we're cheering for you. I know I will be there more this year. Tiffany, any final words? 10 seconds.
Best of luck. You guys got this.
Congrats, Tiffany.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll keep rallying people around you guys to cheer. And if you ever get back in Charlotte area, I'm there. I'm for sure there.
Good luck,
All right, Coach
Coach
C.
Good luck.
Appreciate it. All right, Tiffany, I got to put you to work on another one, okay?
Oh, okay. I thought I was getting off. Okay.
No. I'll get you on the next one, though, here.
Okay.
You're free to go.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank
Take
you
care.
so much, here. Thank you for answering my call.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Man, time is flying. Woo! Yeah, I see it, Shelly. Quickly, I wanted to do this. Coach D, I wanted you to be a part of this. JD as well. Unfortunately, Wendy is not able to make it tonight because of family reason, but I want to put this up on the stage. If I can get it up there. All right, here we go. Coach D, what do you think about the show tonight?
Great, man. You always do a great job, Glenny, man. I just have so much respect for you, man, what you do. Like I say, Coach Broders, you know what I always had to peg Pete on. We had to get more people in the stands. When the students, players look in the stands and see people there, they play harder. And I watch a lot of sports. That's one of the things that I've always thought about, getting more people in the stands to get some things, because the kids play harder,
Can you tell the people just your relationship with Bo Rose?
Well, my relationship with Bo Rose, I had an opportunity to coach Bro when he was at Morgan playing football, and it was just like a father and son thing with me with Bo, man. And he just meant so much. Michelle never met him, but man, every time we pass on Liberty Road, Michelle say, "Make sure you get me some of those ribs." But she never had an opportunity to meet him, but she knew what I always talked about him and his family, how much it really meant to me, and that's why every year when John and Wendy put this on, the Bull Rose golf thing, man, John can tell you, I'm there at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, ready to get things set up. I take pictures because I know Bo would want me to do these things because he did so much for Morgan Athletics, supporting out of his pocket to support athletics.
Hey, he's right there with Glenny. He's probably in the car when I pull on the lot. So he's there. He's on the site.
So JD, once again, I'm running out of time.
Okay.
I got the flyer up. Please get in depth with these details so we can prepare for this monumental event that's coming up, homecoming week. Please share the details so we can gather this information.
Hello, family, and all the court has been a part of the Bo Rose and the Fallen Grizzly Memorial Golf Outing. I want to thank you for the ones that's actually, been there for all three. Now we're at the fourth annual Bo Rose and Fallen Grizzly Memorial Golf Outing. It's going to be held on Friday, October 10th. That's Friday before homecoming. The registration time is 6:45 a.m. The tee time is 8 a.m. So look here, I know you guys coming in town Thursday and Thursday night. You know how you did when you was on campus. If you hang out all night, you might as well just stay awake and come on to the golf out and sign up. All right.
That's right.
If you go to sleep, you're gonna miss it. So, but all seriousness, man, just come on down. It's held at Mount Pleasant Golf Course, so it's right up the street from Morgan State. They've been supportive of us since we started this event, and they want to be a part of it. It's located at 6001 Hillen Road, Baltimore, Maryland. The entry cost is, again, $120 per person. One different thing we did this year, we put an option there for whole sponsorships. And basically what that detail is that for sponsorship, the cost is $600. So you get one foursome and also a company advertisement that you can display out on the golf course throughout the day. Of course, you're gonna have food, fun. It's gonna be a lot of laughter. You're gonna see guys driving carts that don't need to be driving carts. You don't.
I would probably be one of them because I'm gonna go.
Hey, listen. Even all the way to the top golfer. Guess what? You find a way to break down and be humble, man. And, the relationships and the friendship, the fellowship, the family atmosphere. Bo's whole family comes out. My family, Glenn, everybody's family comes out and support. Even if you're not a golfer, come on out anyway and just have a good time, enjoy his time with us. And again, you make all payments right through Eventbrite by September 26th. So you only got a couple of weeks left to make those payments. Yes, we will be taking payments at the door if we have to, but we really want to, again, everything that we do is about promoting these student athletes in the athletic department at Morgan State University.
That's true.
So all the proceeds still continues to go to Morgan State Athletic Department. And it's very important, guys. Sometimes we talk about it and you think we're begging you, but the pressure's on. It's our time. It's Morgan's time right now to step to that next level. So again, come on out Friday, bring your golf club. You can't have my bat though. I got my bat. I still got my bat in my golf club box. So just come on out, have a joyous time. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach out to me through the Grizzly Booster page to our website. You can email us, and then whatever question you may have, I'll be able to answer that question for you. Prayers out to Wendy. I know she's got a lot going on to her and her family as well. She's a new grandma this year. Her daughter had twins.
Whoa! Congratulations.
And, they've been fighting an uphill battle, man. But you know what? They're tough. They're roses for a reason, and they made it through. So actually, she had 3. That'll be the 3rd one this year. She had 1 last year and 2 this year. So she's coming through, and the family is actually growing. So congratulations to them. And again, to God be the glory, man, for everything that we're doing tonight. And I just want to thank you, Glenn, to continue to do this. Bo is probably smiling in heaven. Smiling
I just
down
want some
on
ribs.
us, man.
I just want some ribs. That's all. I just want some ribs.
Hey, listen, we're going to try to see if we can put the ribs in there, Glenny. I think that's what everybody's looking for.
Coach D, you got about 20 seconds, Coach D. Any final words?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say, Glenn, I want to thank you. I've listened to the whole program tonight, and it's wonderful. I tell anybody listening to this program, no matter what affiliation you're with, give back to Morgan, because I'll never forget Coach Earl Banks gave me an opportunity to transfer from Grambling to Morgan, and my career, my family here, and everybody knows what I benefited from being at Morgan. Coach you, Glenny, and a whole bunch of people. John, you and I go way back.
Absolutely.
But it's just so I just say come out. I got this hat right here. I don't know if you can see it. Hat that he gave. Bo Rhodes. That. I know he want Coach D to wear this hat.
We both got it on, Coach D.
Yeah.
All right.
But Glenny, thank you for everything, man. And we look forward to seeing you.
I'll be there,
Touche?
man.
Is that Touche?
Yeah, pleasure to share a screen with 2 legends, man. 3 legends. Coach D, JD, and Glenny.
All right, let me go to my next group. I appreciate it, JD. I appreciate
all right, guys.
it.
Hey, congratulations
to you
also,
see you on Saturday. See Saturday at the game.
Sir.
We're gonna beat Towson because last time we beat him in 2009. Yes, and I was on the sideline, but we're gonna beat him this time. I just believe that.
Yeah, I want to make sure I'm wearing Morgan gear on the next day. I'm not wearing Towson gear on the next day after that with my daughter, man.
That's right.
That's
All right,
nice.
man.
All right, guys. Peace.
Have a good night.
All right.
Appreciate you. All right.
Ramona, Big Val,
Hey.
Doc Val.
Look at this unique group here. Look at this unique group. This wealth of money, wealth of knowledge. This is deep right here. I love this. I love
Movers and
this.
shakers.
So
Yeah, so
So
please forgive me.
I could definitely give an intro to this because this is the group that had the opportunity to vote me in as a Hall of Famer last year, and nothing like getting that call, and from Ramona. She took forever to say it. She talked for about 5 minutes and then finally say, congratulations. I'm sweating on the phone. I think she just want to take care of business, but she was letting me know. So I'll never forget that day. And here we go. The Hall of Fame coming up again. Please share the details, and then we'll get into some conversation about it. Ramona, you want to share the details of this upcoming Hall of Fame celebration?
Yeah, well, first of all, thanks for having us in this little Brady Bunch screen here. But yes, we got the Hall of Fame coming up September the 19th. And it's not just a one-day affair. We've extended it to 2 days. But on the first day is when we actually induct 7 new Hall of Famers. Really, really excited about this diverse group here. I look forward to meeting some that I have never met before, but I think this is a pretty exciting 7. We also have 2 teams of distinction that we will recognize. One, the 4x4 1950 400-meter relay team that was just actually added to the Penn Relays Wall of Fame. Which is really hard to get on the Wall of Fame. So it's pretty awesome that Morgan State has someone that's going up, that just went up this year. And then our swimming and diving team, back in the day, a lot of people didn't know we had swimming or diving, but they have won multiple championships, CIAA championships, as well as MEAC. So we're really excited, and they are so excited about coming back, especially knowing that Hurt Gym just opened back up. So they're excited to see the changes. But again, September the 19th. And then we go on to Saturday where we actually do an unveiling. So those Hall of Famers get an opportunity to see their faces up in the athletic walkway. So it's pretty cool that we can, make it not just a one day, but a weekend, because we have these folks that come back, get into the Hall of Fame, and they haven't been to campus in years. So it's nice that they'll be able to see themselves up before they actually depart from the university. So pretty exciting time. If anyone who still would like to buy tickets, you still have time. It's best if you just reach out to me. If you are looking to purchase tickets to be supportive or want to purchase tickets for someone else, it is $130. And it's not about us making money. It's about covering the event, which will be held at Marriott Metro Center in the Owens Mills area.
Big Val, why do you get so excited about the Hall of Fame? You're really excited about celebrating others. Just share with the Morgan family why you get so excited about this monumental event.
Thank you, Glenny Moore. Because I'm excited, because there's something about walking on Morgan's campus. There's something about just being an athlete, the honor in all of the sports, all of the fields and the court sports, and to know that you can be honored, that you were never forgotten. Those who are still here and those who have transitioned. So I'm always excited that no one is forgotten. No one. We do our research, everything that you've done at Morgan. We honor you, and we honor what you've done on the field and the courts. And please forgive me, I just finished working out. That's the only way I know that I can stay healthy and strong and hang out with you young folk.
Coach Ramona. I'm calling you Coach Ramona because we got Dee. Why does she come on styling and profiling, Coach?
Look.
Why does she come on styling and profiling?
Forgive me for coming from rehearsal. You know she gonna be tight. We know Dee gonna be all right.
So Dee, share with the world right now just your Hall of Fame experience, and you just inducted a couple years ago. We putting it in perspective now because the next one is coming up next month. This month. So please just take about 45 seconds to a minute and share your Hall of Fame experience.
First of all, I would like to say, hey, Coach. How's
Hey.
my experience was amazing. Just coming to Morgan was awesome. Being at a HBCU, just being a walk-on actually on volleyball. I was actually a walk-on. So I was recruited for basketball. And knowing that I love sports, I've been playing sports since middle school. Being a Hall of Famer was just exciting, amazing. Knowing that now I'm definitely a part of Morgan State University, which I will always be a part of Morgan State, regardless of if I was a Hall of Famer. But it was just an amazing experience. Having my family fly up, having my friends to fly up from Dallas, Texas.
And talk about your mama. Don't you forget about your mama.
And my mom.
Oh my goodness.
That is my biggest supporter there. My mom is my biggest supporter. I can't do anything without her. My mama is my biggest supporter. Yes, she is. Has always been. So having her here, flying here, my best friends flying here. Yes, I think it was an amazing experience, and still having the coach that coached me at State University to be there to see me through. Still at this age, we still young, but yeah.
So Ray, you're probably the one on here that's seen over the eras people being inducted to the Hall of Fame, but you've actually saw their career.
Yes, sir.
And played with some of those guys. Just speak on that. Name names for us that you actually seen, and then you had the opportunity to vote them into the Hall of Fame. That's incredible. Share that real quick.
That's an exciting feeling, and the names that come right to mind are members of my '79 championship team. Elvis Franks, Darryl Coulter, Mike Holston, who went to the NFL, and this year I have two more teammates going in, Clarence Hosendorf and Maurice Peanut Burton. Most people don't know him as Maurice; they know him as Peanut. And then you carry up and Michael Abdul-Sabor, that's another one from my era. And then after that, you got people like yourself, you got people like Cornell Gowdy, and then my father. I'm a legacy athlete. My father wrestled and swam when he was at Morgan, and he used to tell me about Roosevelt Brown and Leroy Kelly and Willie Lanier. So Morgan, for me, it don't take much to get my fire burning about the Hall of Fame, because we have such a rich history and tradition of outstanding athletes, and then to see these players get their roses while they're still alive, and some who we don't forget about. Val's a big champion of that for posthumously that acknowledges their contribution. So my challenge now, my passion now is to make sure that these youngsters now in the 20,000s know our history, and really get back, get in their faces a little bit about knowing the history so they can carry on that torch when we're long gone.
Val, you're into, go ahead, Rebecca. Go ahead.
What else, because you mentioned about to Ray, to speak on those who have gone into the Hall of Fame, and he's been serving on this committee. We can't continue this call unless we also make sure that we recognize Ray Touche Wright, who is a big supporter of Morgan State. And even before I got involved with the Hall of Fame, I would always see this man at a lot of different events.
Me too.
Morgan was having Ray Touche. We're gonna just say Touche because that's how we really know him by. But is definitely a big supporter in any way that he can, and whether it's his presence or he's given $1 or $2, several dollars or $2, and so because of that. in his work that he's done. You know, he is receiving the Hurt Hill Banks Award that will be, he gets an opportunity to be honored this year at the Hall of Fame. So we're really excited about that. And then also, because we also talked about Bo Rose and the work that he's done with the athletic program. And I just remember when I was the volleyball coach, he was feeding my team. There was opportunities that he gave to some of our athletes to work his pit. Definitely someone who is missed. We went to school together, and, you know, to know that we had this relationship over the years. And so it was disappointing with his loss, but I appreciate Wendy for, you know, keeping his life, like, you know, keeping his presence. Like, we know who Bo is. So he is also receiving the Civic Award. And then last but not least, and we have to, some kind of way, you know, anybody who's out there listening, is to go and give some love to Miss Carolyn Williams, who is receiving the Service Award. She has serviced the university, the Department of Athletics, for over 40 plus years, and talk about longevity. So I just want to make sure that we include those people. So not just recognizing our Hall of Famers. These guys are Hall of Famers in their own way. So I appreciate everyone that I just mentioned. So yeah.
Look, I got to tell y'all, this is funny. I got about 10 football players in the waiting room. They look sleepy, tired, and old. They ready to go to bed. I'm going to get to them in a second. Val, you focus on the typically talk about the whole person. And, you know, we're donating tonight. This is a virtual telethon. Put that in perspective of us raising money tonight. We're not just showing up, but we want to make an impact. Just speak on that and how that will help a young person, not just athletically. You might need some help now, but not just athletically. You don't know what to do with yourself. You done worked out, you knocking stuff over, but just the importance of donation.
I think it's so important that we give to our athletes because someone gave to me in 1978. I was able to come to Morgan State University on a full scholarship. I paid not one dime to go to Morgan, and that's why I'm so passionate about giving back and serving. Every dime counts. If you can only give $5 go a long way. Little money makes big money. And it's so important that we look out for our athletes. It's been 45 years since I left Morgan State University, and it's important that we have to give back. It's a mandate. Anyone who has walked on the cobblestones of Morgan State University, from the field house to Holmes Hall, it's a mandate that you have got to give back. So it's not about how much you give. We just want you to give to support the athletes because our legacy lives on. We came to Morgan with nothing. When I came to Morgan, there was only 5 dormitories on campus. I was dropped off with a steamer trunk and a flower pillowcase. And today, you know, I don't have to do that anymore. I can't stand
I see it in the back.
flowers.
And then that's the pillowcase in the background. I see it.
But you know, I just think how important it is for us to give back, to make sure that our legacy give. So please, it doesn't make a difference how much you give. Just give something. You know, if every month you can donate $5, $10, $15, $20, it goes, a little money makes big money. And we're just so happy and proud. And then I have to put a plug in because I'm on the executive board for the Grizzly Booster Club, and I'm on the executive board for the Morgan State Varsity M Letter Winners Club. So please give $50, become a member of the Booster Club, and give $100 to become a member of the $100 Club, because we give scholarships. So when I say give, we got to give. Sorry.
I got one more thing for Val, but Ramona, take 20 seconds because we got to get out of here. These guys are about to leave and they threatening me right now. Just 30 seconds to put all this in perspective. I want to publicly thank you for helping me with this telethon. We partnered together to do this, and I believe it went well, not just for the donation part, but for the awareness part. We were able to share our testimonies and share our experiences. Take 30 seconds to share what's on your mind and heart.
Well, I think it's pretty exciting that we had so many people who were in this space and talking about giving, from our basketball coaches, our wrestling, our volleyball program. We even had our new acro coach on there. So, everyone came with different type of energy, but the message is still the same. It's important to just give. And so if you have the opportunity to do so, please do so. And yes, we are coming with some new initiatives. I'm excited about a new role that I will be serving in at Morgan, in Morgan Athletics, and I won't put it out there yet, but some people know. And so I am excited about what is to come for this athletic year. I think it's going to be some really big things. So look out for Morgan State Bears.
All right, now Val, we got Dee Dee on the call, right? So I want you to inspire her, because when she get just a little bit older, she'll be inspired to do something like this. I want you to take 30 seconds, because we got to go. 30 seconds and share this experience, and we want to say congratulations. And Dee Dee in a couple years will be there to do this, and we're going to crown her. But share this experience with the Morgan family.
Yes, I can see you doing this too, Dee Dee. Yes. Okay, go ahead.
It was probably, it still is, and I can be competing in the national conference in October. This was a phenomenal experience, because being an athlete, growing up in the inner city, and breaking the curse of poverty and literacy in my family. I wasn't a pageant girl, so to be 64, I'll be 65 this Saturday. To still know that because of perseverance and because what I was taught at Morgan State University, the treasure, the national treasure, I was able to compete in the Miss Senior DC. And right now I get to travel throughout the city and promote health and wellness, to let people know you can age with grace. You can age, I think being an athlete, there's something in us that's different than most people. We don't age like most people. So Dee Dee, when you turn 60, you have to go and find in your city, and you have to compete. It's something that it's an excellence, a thing that we got on
Miss
the
Texas.
inside.
Miss Texas.
Yes. But it's a phenomenal experience, and let you know that us old girls, we matter. It's a thing. We don't gray, we don't age. Our bodies stay shapely, because I keep working out and everything. But it was a phenomenal experience. Pastor Glenny Moore, and thank you for all of the support. Everyone here has supported me, and I'm excited about going to the next level in October. So y'all say a prayer for me.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we got to go. Thank you so much for everything, guys. Thank you.
All right, thank
Thank
you.
you.
All right.
How do you get out?
What's up, Grizzly?
What's happening, my brother?
So what I'm gonna do, man? I'm gonna just add the fellas, man.
Yeah, notice something, because we on past bedtime. Marv looked like somebody holding him up from the back.
I'm cool, man. I'm cool.
Nah, Marvin just came from the beach, so he all right. Trust me, y'all, he all right. This was going to be the IOTA theme, and just tell us, man, what inspired y'all to become the IOTAs anyway? I want to know that.
Well, for me, half the football team was IOTAs, man, so I had no choice.
Is that what it was, Marvin?
Yeah, didn't have a choice, man. My tackle and the guard, everybody was IOTA, so it was sort of understood that that's what you had to do. Because I didn't know anything about fraternities,
right?
Origins of Greek life.
So check this out. Daryl Jackson, and I hope he had his box of underwear on when he got up.
The microwave on getting a snack.
He getting this snack, boy. We something else. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that, Willie Jones. Look at that. So look, Willie Jones.
Yes, sir.
Well, Willie Jones and Daryl Jackson, Craig Spencer, we were on the same team, right? So back then, what's that, the 80, 88, 89?
87. But Daryl was the older guy when we came in. Daryl was a junior, a senior.
Right.
Yeah.
But Marvin Hicks, now maybe I was the only ignorant one, but Marvin Hicks, I never knew he played football. I just thought he was the money guy. I just thought he handled the money, Craig. I didn't know he had game with him back in the day. Daryl and Willie, did y'all know he played football back in the day?
Oh yeah, I knew Marv was a Virginia boy out of that Richmond area, because my roommate was from Richmond. So yeah, I knew he played, but I knew him as the money man too. That's what was most important.
Daryl, did you know?
Oh yeah, he told me. Now you guys got. I spent a lot of time with Marvin.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time.
Coach and being cutting hair and coming, staying in the office. Remember, I used to live in Hill Fieldhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So me and Marvin would sit there and talk all the time. He'd be like, "Yo, they don't know. I used to come around that corner." So we sat here and talked many a times, especially cutting hair, and just being with him and Braxton all the time, playing cards and stuff like that. Nah, I spent a lot of. I don't think people really know how much time I spent in Hill Fieldhouse.
Yeah.
Outside of all the recreational type of stuff, but I spent a lot of time in Hill Fieldhouse with these guys, him, Beasley, obviously Coach Arnold.
He sure did.
Yeah, we playing all kind of cards and stuff like that, cutting hair. Coach Braxton. No, I mean, I had a lot of quality time with Marvin, and Marvin had several opportunities to tell me of his heyday.
His heyday. Hey, so Craig, as you look at this, man, look, we started at 6 o'clock. It's 9:13 now. We probably had over 35 guests. You are one of the founding fathers of the Grizzly Booster Club. And look where we are now, man, and doing this and coming together. That doesn't mean I don't know how much money we raised. I think we came together and we united. But I want to hear from a founding father from the beginning to now, your thoughts on the Grizzly Booster Club.
Well, first, Glenny, I want to say great job, man, with everything that you're doing with this virtual telethon and with our website. It's been incredible, and I can clearly see the difference from when we started back in 2017 to where we are today. I'm just so proud of the growth of the Grizzly Booster Club and where we are today, and where our reach or our net has expanded, beyond just football. We have the entire athletic the department engaged, we have the community engaged. So, I'm just proud, man, what we're doing. Obviously you're showing right now our website, that's a major accomplishment or achievement, if you will, that we recently, put in motion. So now you can go to our website, you can become a donor, you can make a donation, you can be a sponsor. That's big time, man. So I think, I'm proud to see the maturity of where we are today. And I think the sky's the limit. The entire Morgan community is aware, and I'm talking about the administrators from Dr. Wilson on down, that is aware of who we are and what we're doing. And, our focus is the kids, man. That's all I'm concerned about. All I'm concerned about is these student athletes, whether it's football or any other sport, we continue to see them, matriculate through Morgan, get their degree, and be prepared for life. So I'm thrilled, brother.
Willie Jones, we've been through ups and downs. We've persevered. We're starting a brand new brand, as Craig said, new website. What do you foresee for the future?
Oh man, our future is bright. I'm looking at the NIL collective for I'm biased, yes, football, but for athletics in general. And I think this is where Morgan State University has the opportunity to turn the corner. We always talk about what we did and what we didn't have. Well, it's our time as alum to facilitate and make the difference. Everything that I've learned because I was at Morgan. I've learned what not to do and what to do. But I think our future is really, really bright, Glenny. And for me, giving is easy. Just like my 10%, Lord, I give that. That's easy for me because I know I get blessings from it. And so with Morgan, I've gotten the blessings. I've reaped the benefits. And now it's my time to give back. It's our time to give back.
Daryl Jackson.
Yes.
Quote, unquote. You want to get it right or you want to be right?
Right.
You heard that before, right?
Yeah. That's umpire saying.
Yeah. So in this movement, man, even with football players, man, and just seeing y'all on the fly together as football players and us uniting, man, what impact you think we can make, man? And you always give good insight in that regard. What impact, just us five on this screen right here, man, what impact you believe that we can make as it relates to the current student athletes?
I think first and foremost is to be present and current. Like, be representing what's going on, shake hands with them, say hi to them, here's the funny thing about it for me. Like, you don't have to give a whole lot of money. You just got to give some money. So if you take, in my opinion, you say, you know what, I'm not going out this weekend. I'm going to take this weekend's money and I'm going to send that off to Morgan State University. That's more than enough. That's more than enough for you to sacrifice one weekend of being out with your friends and buddies or going to the bar, the club, or doing whatever else, whatever you do. And you just donate that money. I think another thing that we have to do is we got to be more than just present and show up, but you got to get involved. And you can minimally get involved. You don't got to do a whole lot. Like Willie said earlier, there's a golden opportunity here. And I think Morgan's ahead of most HBCUs at this point, just because of the popularity that's happening with the school, the growth of the school, everything that's going on with the president and the sports programs, and most of all, the academic programs. Morgan is just more than a sports school. It's more than a party school. I mean, like Willie sat there and said, I didn't know how black I wasn't until I got to Morgan State. And to have the opportunity to get there and have that experience and to learn and to have the benefit of having a relationship with like Coach Beasley, Coach Arnold, Larry, and all those kind of guys, man, my life ain't never been the same. So my life, and you guys remember me, I didn't want to be here. Now I can't get away. And part is kept, I don't want to go away. So that's my relationship with the school.
Hey Marvin, you done seen it all over the years, man. You've been there as a player, been there as a professional. Before the good Lord take you, man, what would you like to see overall happen at Morgan State as far as the athletic program, the football program? What would you like to see? What's your desires or your prayers for Morgan State athletics?
Wow. Just to have a successful program and to operate in a successful manner. Student athletes, coaches, faculty, staff, everybody moving in the same direction. Back in the day, especially when I first started working at Morgan, and this is why I'm so in touch with this drive here, because I can remember we had like one booster club. It was the Varsity M Club, and they were very small, and they were old timers. And every year they made sure they bought me a check for a scholarship. Every year, and that resonates with me. So as the board said, man, giving is everything. It's the foundation of the university, of the athletic department. And the more we give, the more that liable to be successful in each and every sport. You know, athletics is so key to a university. You know, and right now everything is festive around campus. The kids can't wait to Saturday night when we play Townsend State, and the team. You know, I looked at the team, and I was impressed with them. They look well. Even though they lost the game, I saw a lot of potential. So the answer to your question, Glenn, is that we continue to move in that direction together. You know, I can remember it used to be athletic department versus the university, vice versa. Now we seem to be moving all in the same direction, and in doing that, we can't have to have a successful program.
Wow. Daryl Jackson, any last words? Because we're running way past the time. Any last words? I know you stayed up. You're usually in the bed. Any last words?
California Dreamer.
You on mute. You tell he old. He don't know how to do that.
Take yourself
You
off
on
mute.
mute, Daryl.
There, you're on mute. You're on mute.
I'm trying to, like I said, I'm trying to get my beard like Craig and Marvin, so I'm trying to age gracefully like they are. But I think the biggest thing is for me is I know I need to be there this weekend because I've had one of my life-changing moments against Towson at that time, State University, or whatever. It's a defining moment for me. But the biggest thing for me is really, to be real honest with everybody, is that you can't expect more if you don't give more. So
you always come for something, boy. You always got something up your sleeve. I hear you preach, boy.
You can't expect more from the school if you ain't giving to the school. If you're not doing your part, you can't have no more expectations than what you gave.
Wow. Wow. That might be a mic dropper right there. We can go home now. We can go sleep now.
That's it.
Wow. Hey, Daryl, I appreciate it, man.
All the time.
Thanks for hanging out for me, man.
You got it.
Marvin, any last words?
No, go Bears.
All right, I see you. I see you at the Towson game. Call me if you need more information, so I can tell you how to get things done. Because we offering something. The boosters are offering something special for the game. I'm gonna let you know tomorrow. All right.
Okay.
All right, Marvin. Mr. President.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing today?
All
right. Well, we here for you to close it out, man.
Well, first and foremost, I just want to thank everybody that was on today. It's extremely important to put faces with the names and with the sports. We had coaches, we had administrators, we had individuals that have direct contact with our student athletes. And this is what it's all about, making sure that our student athletes have everything they need both on and off the field. I liken it to your dream car. The student athletes is the body. That's what everybody see when they out on the field playing. But administration is the transmission. Without the transmission, the car's not going to run properly. The coaches are the engine that keep this bad boy running. But we as the boosters and the alumni, we're the tires. We're the only 4 points that hit the road on the car. And without us, nothing moves. And I want to make sure that this thing moves as a well-oiled machine. So thank you, everybody, for everything you do.
Wow.
Well said.
Wow. Anything else, Willie Jones?
Man, I just employ that all of the class, and I can speak for my class from 87 to 91. Hey, man, what we didn't have, we had the opportunity to give. And so that's the most important thing. Whatever you have, give your time, give you, your money, and most important, give you talent. And that's what makes this thing move and go forward.
Craig, pray us out real quick and we out of here.
Sure,
Hey, Craig.
brother.
Hey, Craig,
Yes,
I'm 56 years old. I got to go to the bathroom. It's been 3 hours, Craig.
Hey, Dion said, hey, man, diapers is getting him through.
I was going to say something inappropriate, brother, but I'm not going to do that, man. It involves a cup.
Pray us out real quick, man. We out.
Dear Heavenly Gracious Father, we thank you for this telethon this evening, Father. We thank you for everyone that came on and participated, Father, and shared their stories. And Father, we just ask that we continue to do things as proper and in order and in your sight. We thank you for all the student athletes. We thank you for their success. We thank you for the university success, Father. And we just ask you continue to just put your arms around the Morgan State University and family, and continue to allow us to do everything in your will, Father. We ask and claim these things in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
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 Yeah, y'all know what it is. Orange and blue, straight to the top. Morgan State, bear pride. Let's go, let's go. That's another throne. Orange wave deep, crowd loud like thunder. When the bear's in the zone, better take cover. Bird pride, run it up, scoreboard, turn it up, let's go. We grind, we shine, whole crowd, go wild. MSU, yeah, we bear style. We hustle in the sun, we fight in the rain. Blood, sweat, respect, all in the game. From the locker room talks to the tunnel lights. We ready for the battle on them Saturday nights. Every touchdown dance, every stand we make.